3, 2,
Podcast is intended for
1.
mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? I was hitting him with body punching. I heard him actually, he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on.
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time. Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and taking those punches.
Productions.
Making women's gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back. It's another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio Sunday Crow Day. Who's gonna eat it? Yo, I'm just saying, TBV is sitting real pretty. I know a lot of you dudes out there listening to the foosball and shit, and y'all not paying attention, and y'all slept this week, you know? Y'all slept. Y'all ain't peeped the Patreon only beating the odds with TBV. And you know, we done took that bank and quadrupled it. You know, we done took FanDuel and made them shut the doors down. And I think you guys missed it, man. Only a few people jumped on the live bet. Only a few people jumped on the very good action. And only a few good TBV Patreons took advantage. So we all sitting a couple hundred rich. I mean, I shouldn't even say a couple's only two. Like, everybody made way over a couple. Let's just say even over two couples. How about that? You know, no double dating with us. We got way more than two couples. You know what I'm saying? But you should have did that. You should have paid attention. Is all I'm saying. I'm gonna go get the paper because I could have did a wire transfer, but I did it purposely. I went to pick it up cash so you can really feel what it looks like when you win that big. But other than that, Kovalev gets the decision. Shout out to Jay Hardcore, the mastermind, who really was pushing for us to bet on this decision. Ted Cheeseman makes the fucking lineup. Dude, I don't know who is at fault for making him topic number 2, but somehow Ted Cheeseman not only makes it to TBV, he makes it to topic number 2 in a loss, and he fucked up our money on the betting show. I mean, outside of the dope bet we gonna gloat about, Cheeseman fucked everything up. But DeAndre Lattimore, I don't know how he made it to the top 3. I mean, he's above Eddie Hearn, but I mean, I think that got something to do with Ron and how this was Ron, Toledo, Ohio native. They went to school together, some shit like that. And he got an upset win yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Ronald Ellis was supposed to be the winner. And, DeAndre really came to box. Speaking of boxing, a lot of negotiations going on in that heavyweight division. And we got some more audio, some more Eddie Hearn. I mean, it's just like a miracle round saga, if you ask me. But at the same time, it's a bit funny. I actually got around to checking out Blue Blood's interview. And, I don't see what everybody's talking about, man. It wasn't that bad. It was good. It was some good information being tossed around in there, man. Credit to Blue Blood for good questions. And I heard my boy Xavier, Brooklyn Night at the Fights, was also in that interview from what I could tell anyway. But we got a lot of boxing to talk about. A lot of news and notes. A lot of fights. We got Sergey Kovalev getting a dominant win over Elder Alvarez, Temofimo Lopez, and the aftermath. Spectacular knockout, but we'll talk to you about the aftermath. Richard Commey becomes a world champion in the IBF vacant title fight where he knocked out Chaniev. Also, Óscar Valdez. We spoke about, could he get the knockout coming back off an injury? Sure enough, did in the 7th round, retaining his WBO Featherweight title. And Patrick Day, to this day, equals a motherfucking payday. But we're going to tell you how big that payday was, on that ESPN card. It was like the second fight, a sleeper fight. Patrick Day equals a motherfucking payday. Hey, Jemmy, I see you in the chat, man. I don't think you got to do it. Oh, I feel bad for you, but we'll talk. Sergio Garcia gives Ted Cheeseman that boxing lesson. Dillian Whyte obviously puts Eddie Hearn on notice and on blast. A lot of details out there, man. But let's get out to my co-host and get this thing started. We started a little bit late. Issues with the hardware, but, you know, it is Foosball Sunday.
BoxingWords.com.
I've been doing this. I ain't been up and fell off. I've been through the Lennox Lewis era, the Nassim Hamed era, the Sugar Shane Moser era, the Oscar De La Hoya era, Marquez Hunt era. I've been through all the eras, and I still been
How much you talk? You do too much talking. The thing is this.
People want their subjective preferences to be the objective reality.
HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about BoxingWords.com.
Yo, appreciate everyone being here on Super Bowl Sunday. I don't care about these teams because I'm a New York Giants fan. But outside of that, if you guys are just a hardcore fan, you guys choose TBV over the Super Bowl or during it, you guys are the best. Appreciate you guys being here. But going on to the topic at hand, Sergey Kovalev dominates Elder Alvarez. Once again, shout out to Jay Hardcore for actually saying Kovalev for the 12-round decision. Buddy Mcgirt, man, is this dude the answer, man? Did he revive Kovalev? You know, all those excuses he said now validated because of his performance. He threw over 800 punches. Temofimo Lopez, my goodness, another beautiful performance from that point as well. Texas Commission does it again or doesn't do it. Who knows what they didn't do properly, but we do, and we'll talk about it. As well as the congratulations to Richard Commey. Óscar Valdez also stops his opponent in 7. These guys are going to brag a lot about their past year day. Prepare for that. But at the same time, take note of that because you guys can make a lot of money from that. In addition to that, Abner Mares has clarified the reason why he pulled out with Gervonta Davis, but actually a detached retina. We'll go into details from that. And also the rumored date of April 20th, getting closer and closer in the matchup and lineup of 0-2 with maybe Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora fighting each other on that same card with David Allen and Lucas Brown. Sounds like a heavyweight cluster hell fuckfest or a punch fest or whatever you want to name it. But it's going to be real interesting because these matchups is going to make it a really fun night. But I'm going to pass it over to Mike. Mike.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. 2 to stand over.
Turn up.
Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
And I'm in. BoxingWords.com.
Hear ye. I never go by Mike anymore. I go by the co-host, formerly known as Mike. Call me Mr. 350 because that's the minimum I win every weekend, back-to-back weekends, you know what I'm saying? So just call me Mr. 350. I really want to talk about Kovalev, but nigga, to this day, this man got so many people paid in TBV. If you a mastermind, if you a motherfucking a pound for pound, you got some of that money this weekend. Jay got some of it. R&V got some of it. Aaron's got some of it. I got some of it.
What about
Javi got some of it. Ness got some of it. We all out here getting money, and y'all out here sleep because y'all don't want to smash the damn thumbs up button. Man, let's go and start the damn show. Let's go.
Well, we want to start it at the top of the ESPN card over on ESPN Plus and ESPN and back on ESPN Plus. How was that experience for you guys going back and forth?
That was whack. Very. I didn't like it going back and forth. I mean, I actually fell asleep for the Kovalev card. I fell asleep. It was too much. 12 o'clock at night. Well, after midnight is when the main event started.
Yeah, that was started 12:30, 12:45. It took Teofimo a little rounds to get dude out of there, so it kind of started late.
Yeah, not feeling that at all, and totally preferred the zone over both of them, over ESPN and over Showtime. You know, Showtime keeps talking about how, we've been streaming. Man, shut the fuck up. You ain't doing it right. All you're doing is streaming. You can't go back and watch none of the fights. So, like, what good are you doing? Top Rank dropped the ball, man. If we weren't so heavily invested, I probably would have fell asleep. But I did do that anyway.
This guy. Yeah, you know, from other sports I follow, I'm kind of accustomed to this formula. It is not a beautiful formula to do. I feel like they probably used it to build a little bit of exposure to get people to go on ESPN Plus, and kind of was brought up in the chat that we had, the mastermind chat. It's like a mini pay-per-view. And if you want to watch Kovalev and watch these guys, sure enough, you're going to have to go on ESPN Plus, pay $5 per month. And this is the fight that you'll get. So from that point, they did put a couple fights on ESPN to Óscar Valdez and was it Richard Commey? But then from that point, they had the undercard on ESPN Plus, and then they had the main events on ESPN Plus. So Sergey Kovalev, Ness fell asleep, so I guess it's gonna be me and Mike talking about it. But at this point,
look here, man, I was thoroughly surprised with Sergey Kovalev last night, man. He came out and really put on a boxing clinic when he fought Alvarez. I don't even think Alvarez won two or three rounds because Kovalev came out and used that jab. He really put that jab to use last night and was doing combinations. He was doing uppercuts. He was throwing hooks behind the guard. Like Kovalev looked better last night. He looked like
hold on,
new style.
Mike, real quick. Ness, you gotta serve up some crow for Mike because Mike definitely picked Alvarez Sunday.
I was wavering too, bro. But yeah, I definitely picked Alvarez.
All right.
But did I tell y'all, man, that I had a feeling that Kovalev might pull it out, and Buddy Mcgirt, man, might be the best thing that happened to him.
Yo, that's give me that ugly face like I ain't say that.
Nah. I'm getting caught up in the chat. Alex Farah, you about to get timed out. So my Ness always salty when it's fight. None of my fighters lost, bro. So hold that time out.
Nope. But yeah,
bro, believe you me, Ness ain't salted today. He ain't salted today. If it's on day,
I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna go get that guapage real quick.
Oh, he gonna get that paper, man. Now look what you just did. But while we go over to Sergey Kovalev, because Ness once again fell asleep, old man time. Sergey Kovalev, I believe that he dominated, just like Ness said, over 12 rounds. I don't know what ringside reporters saw on Twitter. But that was a
Mike Coventry and Dan Rayfield. What in the fuck are they watching, bro?
I want to.
They are showing me that they don't know. They don't know boxing.
I want to break something down real quick right before Ness goes and puts his whole
gloat mode. Before I get into gloat mode,
hold on. Yep, because I'm gonna let Ness hold that. Sergey Kovalev threw over 800 damn punches as a light heavyweight. Holy hell, yo, Buddy Mcgirt may be the answer. Kovalev may put the vodka down, but over 800 damn punches. That was an extremely active Kovalev, and he just put himself in the top position around with Bibbles and guys like that.
Money Mayweather, it's Floyd Money Mayweather, huh? What? Yeah, holla, yeah. It's a video cast, so I'm sorry. I'm throwing $100 bills at my screen like Mayweather. That's all
right, Ness. Let's go into the betting.
Go ahead and hold him up, man, and show him what the TBB squad came together as a collective. And we ain't put no hundreds of dollars down.
I'm warning
20 here, 20 there. R&B came out real nice. He won 700 because he won 650 plus his $50 back. Come on now,
that's it.
You guys gonna hear this for the end of your life on this show, man.
Say what?
No, you ain't gonna hear because when it comes Friday, we're gonna win again. And we're gonna be a proven commodity in this shit, bro. Motherfuckers gotta realize, bro, when we say something, betting show Patreon only, we do it for a reason because the real people that rock with us need that money. You know what I'm saying?
Mike, this ain't the first bet you won too, right? This ain't the first one.
Come on, I don't want to glow run.
Come on,
I'm about to gloat, but I won 350 on Oscar Rivas parlay. I won another 300 last night, and then I turned that 350 that I won against Oscar Rivas, played a little blackjack, won 600. I'm out here living my life, man. That's all I'm doing, man. Trying to get some money.
You talking about? Let's get back to boxing, man. This is talking about blackjack and
everywhere.
He's out there a little bit of money on some cheese rolling. But you got something that packed your day on that boxing, right?
Let's stick to it because Patrick like the third or fourth person.
Okay. So we staying in topic. All right.
But yeah, Ness, did you watch the Kovalev fight?
No, Ness was in a coma. Unless we'll have to watch that on demand again, man.
Let's move on to Teofimo. Well, first, before we move on, big ups to Sergey Kovalev.
Big ups
glad he's a player back in.
I didn't pick Alvarez. You didn't got the sheet,
bro. I didn't, bro. I was packing that night. I was, in matter of fact, I was out of town that night.
I don't know if I picked Alvarez or not. I know I was undecided, but I don't know if the chat.
I don't think you made a pick.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I know Mike for sure picked Alvarez. But either or,
I did pick Alvarez.
Congratulations to Sergey, Leader Alvarez. Look, you're a tremendously strong guy, but I think we need to pick up the activity a little bit more and not just waiting to sit in the counter punch or wait till Sergey got tired. Because even though if he looked tired, he wasn't tired. Throwing over 800 punches, that was some Rob Brandt stuff right there. And Buddy Mcgirt, man, tremendous job, because I think he told him stick to the basics, and that's what he did. He used a lot of basic fundamentals and the combinations and activity, which is really great. And Buddy Mcgirt, man, he literally was one of those guys in the past that brought Arturo Gatti from Resurrection after losing all his fights, and, and then getting beat up by Oscar De La Hoya to be sent away for his last payday. He reincarnated Arturo Gatti, and Buddy Mcgirt was able to reincarnate Sergey Kovalev again. So tremendous job for both those guys.
Hey, before we move on, man, how did you feel about Max Kellerman and Andre Ward, like kind of being like the backdrop for the commentary?
That was like HBO again, though, man, because like it felt no different. Andre Ward, Max Kellerman been doing that together for a while. Max is definitely a huge Andre Ward fan. So it felt no different from HBO. To me, it's always cool to hear Max, because
yo, Jay, why you lying in the chat, man?
Oh, what's
I said Kovalev would win by KO. You better get out of here. Pick that motherfucker.
That was me, Jay.
Yeah. Well, I know Mike picked Alvarez, so. But I like Max Kellerman, man. Even though if we don't agree every single time, I like the way he breaks things down, and I like how they were very vocal about the Texas Commission, on the fact that a lot of these fights was just strange.
Anything goes in Texas, bro. You can bring a sledgehammer into the motherfucking ring, hit a nigga with it,
bro. So did you guys happen to check out the comments I showed you on Teofimo's fight?
Man,
absolutely.
I've seen it all everywhere.
Wow. Is it like that on Twitter and Instagram?
Yeah, everywhere.
Why that shit everywhere, my nigga?
I don't even get it. Why they hating? Like, what's wrong with doing that? That's corny, bro.
He knocked him out, stared at him.
There's a highlight clip of Temofimo Lopez where he knocks out Deigo Magdaleno, and obviously he does his, Fortnite dance, a little backflip, and he, grand slams the knocked out Magdaleno from the canvas into the stands in true Babe Ruth fashion, and he's being clowned as some.
My nigga said Babe Ruth. That's the only baseball player, nigga. You know
what? I mean, who else looks at the stands like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
every damn baseball player. What do you mean?
Originated from
Miguel Cabrera, motherfucking Alex Judge. Where you from?
Babe Ruth. You didn't know that? It originated from Babe Ruth. He did that.
Okay, man. All right, Babe. All right.
I mean, why you hating so much?
Bro, I'm just saying, bro. It's more niggas than Babe, bro. It's been a lot more motherfuckers.
I mean, who's iconic?
Barry Bonds.
Is Cabrera iconic or is Babe Ruth iconic? Oh,
nigga Babe Ruth played in 1908.
We'll move on.
Jackie Robinson wasn't doing that?
I don't even know, man. Was he?
Well, Babe Ruth actually, I think.
Did Jackie Robinson do it in the big leagues? I don't even know. Like,
I think Jackie Robinson came after Babe Ruth. All right. Anyways, let's move past.
This nigga said that Jackie Robinson do it in the big leagues. Hell yeah, he did, nigga.
I don't want to talk about baseball with that.
I don't know sports, man.
Let's don't know any other sport.
All I did was make a reference, and it got under your skin
because you were like, man, what other boxers that punch at fighters and look at them? Who was the first one to do that?
That's not what I said.
I hate was talking about baseball players that hit a home run.
All I said was in true Babe Ruth fashion. He,
Oh, that's
he.
All right, man.
All right, let's move on because that's what.
In true knockout fashion, he hit the man with two left hooks that put his ass down, and the ref should have stopped it before the round started.
Man, Magdaleno, he folded with Terry Flanagan. Flanagan's half the man that Fimo is, man. So
look, I think the frustration was targeted at the wrong person, and I think maybe bad timing. It was the phrase, but people who didn't know Teofimo Lopez got to understand that. Look, Teofimo Lopez became Teofimo Lopez in the public eye because of these iconic Fortnite dances and these, and these dramatic knockouts.
Not only that, Ron, fuck him. Fuck anybody hating on him. Dog, you need a villain. So this time it's not going to be, Floyd Mayweather. It's going to be Teofimo fucking Lopez. He going to knock you out and dance on your motherfucking lifeless body. You going to have to do that. It is the best thing that could happen. Listen, people already like, oh, I can't wait for Lomachenko to clean his clock. Oh, Lomachenko's going to humble this guy. So there we go. He's going to build the hate that he needs to be that star that he is. And listen, he catch Lomachenko with a double hook. I'm interested and excited to see what happens.
And I think
all the kids, go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
I was going to say that the true problematic thing is not Teofimo Lopez. It's not the fact that Magdaleno was danced upon. It was the fact that the Texas Athletic Commission allowed a fight where many people felt was unnecessary. Teofimo Lopez did what he always does, put on a show, and he always did what he did. He danced. So at this
he was pop shotting with power. So he was literally catching, bang, bang, bang.
If you're upset at Teofimo Lopez, be upset at Magdalena's corner. Be upset at the referee. Be upset with the Texas Athletic Commission. Be upset there, because if it was somewhere else, you probably wouldn't even got to that point where you would have felt upset of the baseball bat swing for Magdaleno on the floor, because those shots were so clean and flush at the end. Look, that was a lifeless zombie he was punching at the end of that round, and it couldn't have gotten any worse.
Hold on, bro. I'm gonna play the other side. Magdaleno, don't taunt me. Don't talk shit to me. Don't hold your arms out to me and like you a motherfucking OG. I'm gonna beat that ass, and that's exactly what he did. You talk shit, it's gonna get met with another motherfucker talking shit. You can't control how another person reacts to your trash talking. Point blank. Period.
And let's talk about the ref that was. This is not Tyson Fury Wilder. This is Magdaleno getting killed in the ring, and the referee still counting, as if this was something that he felt that if he made the count, the fight should have went on. The fight was done. The fight was purely done. If he took a knee, you kind of felt just like the Óscar Valdez fight. Like, just stop this. Like, it's unnecessary. There's no need to count.
You say it's unnecessary, but Magdaleno, man, he was still like talking shit, and he was still throwing punches. Like, bro,
on the floor. I'm talking about the actual, like, the KO. The fact that he was a lifeless body.
Magdaleno, man, come on, man. He half the man his brother is. We spending way too much time on a fight that we knew what it was, or at least I knew. Like,
I mean, this fight has the biggest controversy over the weekend, like with the whole celebration, him standing over him, and people just on outrage on social media. I mean, this fight was, maybe stole the weekend.
I think we addressed it. And I think, there's nothing wrong with being a villain. Everybody ain't got to be Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez, man.
And I think it's perfect.
But to Ron's point, though, there is something wrong with a commission allowing somebody to go back out there like that, though. That's the point we're really trying to get across.
But I don't think what you saying outside of the knockdown that caused the knockout.
I don't think he should have been in there. I agree with Max. He shouldn't have been fighting that 7th round. He was done that 6th round.
Oh, well,
leading up to the knockout too. I mean, you're just like, come on, you gotta show me something. Talk to the corner. Like, there's concern where you go in there and like, look, you gotta show me something. Like, you're clearly this dude. Teofimo Lopez did some Pernell Whitaker stuff where he spun and hit him, and like Teofimo Lopez is a dog, hands down. Look, Teofimo Lopez gets all the praise. It's an extremely amazing prospect. He's a contender, but you just gotta watch out for fighters, man, because we know what Magdaleno was supposed to come in, and it's just one of those things where you just gotta watch out for these fighters. So,
bruh, Top Rank is so good at what they do, man. They got Magdaleno out of Mexico, bruh. He went down to Mexico and got some fights. After Flanagan knocked him out, bruh. Wow.
Alright. Now, did y'all watch my guy come back last night, Óscar Valdez? He showed some pop, man. Showed like that injury wasn't really phasing him, but the guy he was in there with wasn't of the level.
Well, yeah, you gotta understand, this is no different from what Teofimo Lopez went in. I mean,
he had that poor Carmine dude. Come on, man. Top Rank is disrespectful, bro. They gonna get some
always does this, bro. We gotta talk about it though. I just feel your energy.
I hurt. Because they're gonna get somebody hurt. They're gonna get somebody hurt.
You know, I mean, this guy was.
They had Deigo Magdaleno. He was signed to Top Rank. You know what I mean? They know how good and how bad he is, and you know, but that's what they wanted to do.
And I know this guy was undefeated allegedly, but like 19-0 at the time, 5 KOs, 34, never fought out of Italy. We gotta understand this was definitely for Óscar Valdez to get into motions and, you know, perform. This was not his toughest fight like Scott Quigg and his other, you know. So at this point, you know, Óscar Valdez did what he was supposed to do, and now they're talking about unifications or maybe even fighting a Carl Frampton. So at that point, I'm interested to see where Óscar Valdez goes. He did what he was supposed to do and retained the WBO Featherweight title.
Yeah,
I definitely won't mind seeing a equal rematch with him and Scott Quigg. That was one of the best fights last year.
Come on, man.
If Quigg makes weight,
think about to give him a rematch. Yo, like when is he gonna fight someone in the like top 5, man? Top 7?
Probably never, man.
Well, they're talking about if they can't.
I mean, if you keep shouting out on the biggest podcast how you want to see a rematch with Quigg, we'll never get it.
Never mind.
They've been talking about either get Carl Frampton or a unification. That's where they're at. And I'm okay with a Carl Frampton fight.
I'm not okay with Carl Frampton fight.
Shakur Stevens wants Carl Frampton. He's 10-0. I mean, this is ridiculous, man.
Look, if we can't get the
unification, Patrick Day, man, like he's more exciting than this dude. Like, you know, we talking about dudes that's supposed to be in tune-ups and like coming off of injuries. It's not even like for what? Like who?
Hey, we talking about a nigga
my man name is Carmine Tommasone or something. Like, who the fuck is that, bro?
Real
we're
quick.
Talking about two knockouts, but he want to go to a 10-round decision.
Hey, hold on. But he got knocked out. But he
a 10-round
won.
Decision of an underdog that made everybody's weekend better. You know,
you guys are forgetting the most important thing. He won in that fight. He got knocked out, but he got his proposal in the ring.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna be back.
First dude to get knocked out, and then also
people gonna recognize him on this. He's the guy that got knocked out but proposed to his girlfriend. Bring him back for another fight. Watch.
Hey, but let's go to the other guy though. The guy who won the title, Richard Commey, sparks out.
Oh, Richard Commey! Oh my god.
Andre Rozier now has 2 guys now. He has Danny Jacobs versus Canelo and Richard Commey versus Lomachenko. What do you guys think?
And what they both got running? They got what strap?
They got the IBF, man. That's where your IBF strap at, man.
Where your IBF in this?
Oh, now Ness act like
you want to pick it up now, man? Commey and Jacobs got it?
Yeah, I got bougie.
Oh, he bougie now. Real quick, man. Look here. One thing that I seen from Commey, if he fights anybody, that guy can hit. He hits hard. And
in my opinion,
yeah. He's definitely a little sloppy, and he definitely can't get touched by Lomachenko. But he hits hard, and if he connects with you,
he will get touched by Lomachenko.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like Loma has the movement and the boxing ability to like literally touch him. But if he touch Loma, it ain't gonna be no motherfucking Jorge Linares touching him. Commey is gonna put him down, and he might stay down.
I want to see what Commey does just to give Temofimo the blueprint. You need someone with athleticism and power. You know, Commey has the power, but I don't know. His technique is just so raw and basic. You know, very basic. You know, 1-2 guy. Temofimo's exciting. You know, he's leading with left hooks. You know, he's doing backflips. He's the guy. You know, I'm not saying he's gonna what?
Commey is a dog.
But you know what I
think
versus
Chaniev, man.
But you know what I think the factor is.
He looked like
he was a dog versus Robert Easter too.
He ain't look like a dog versus Robert Easter.
Nigga, he stunned Robert Easter like once or twice. What you mean?
That was a war, man.
That was a war.
That don't make you a dog. Like if you a dog, you got the fight in control, don't you? Like, don't you?
Not always. Not the phrase.
I've
heard the phrase dog.
You show no matter what, nigga, your back against the wall, and man, you coming out and you trying to find anything you will do to win.
We arguing 2 different things, then, because obviously, you know, like I said, I think the Temofimo has, you know, more skills, more athleticism, and the power where Commey is basic with power. I don't think we're arguing the same thing. Like,
I agree with that. Yeah.
How does him having dog give him any more skills though? It doesn't.
I'm not saying give him more skills, but to give him more willpower, man. Sometimes boxing is mental with that. what do Wilder and all the other people say? Boxing is 90% mental and 10% physical, right?
It is. But versus Lomachenko, he beat you mentally first, so they ain't gonna do much.
You know, the thing about the Lomachenko fight, and I think a lot of people go on that fight favoring Lomachenko for obvious reasons. But there's one fear factor that you get in that fight. It's kind of like a Wilder Fury. You know, you got to box.
With who?
Huh?
With who? Lomachenko versus who? Wilder Fury. What you mean?
Well, let me finish. I'm saying
who is the fighter in your scenario?
Let me say it.
Lomachenko. Don't make a fucking Wilder. Dude, crazy, Mike. Don't let him do that, Mike.
So you want to let me say my little scenario and you can
right? You just said Fury is Lomachenko and somehow Commey is Wilder. You wild.
Look, calm down. Listen, the whole thing about the Lomachenko thing is, who is the hardest puncher that Lomachenko has faced? Go ahead.
Hardest puncher? I mean, he faced Nicholas Walters. You know, he faced
I would say Linares.
Orlando.
Linares is
yo, you're a clown, man. Stop, man.
No. The reason why, due to the weight moving up, 135. He's a natural 135.
Who started at 126. Man. Who he knocked out to tell you he got power and for you to use him as the
the hardest hitter he probably faces is a guy who was naturally bigger than him at a bigger weight class than him.
Hey, Mike, so tell me that you're assessing that Linares hits hard, something other than him being a bigger guy.
I think he's just saying the fact that Linares hurt Lomachenko. But my only concept
was see Linares drop him all of a sudden. That means so then Rocky Martinez got power because he dropped fucking Mikey. Get out of here, bro.
But the concept, just like you said, the Nicholas Walters fight, the factor that you fear that this guy punches hard.
Motherfucker Linares was the only person to put who down?
I just told him that. That's what you mean.
I know. Look, your little rookie ass. Me and Ron said, watch he come back saying that dumbass flash knockdown like Mikey and get flash knocked down by Roman. Is Roman all of a sudden a puncher now?
Now so it don't matter. Motherfucker get dropped.
No, you tell me. Is Román Martínez a puncher now? Should the world be fearing him?
I don't know shit about Román Martínez, but I know when Lomachenko fought everybody else, he didn't touch the motherfucking canvas. But when he fought Linares, his ass was on the motherfucking canvas.
Oh my
Point
God.
Blank, period.
Look, this is my honest opinion. I'm gonna go with that.
So in your opinion, Linares got more power, and that's the biggest puncher he faced.
So I'm not saying he had more power, but Ron asked the question: who was the hardest hitter that he probably faced? And I'm looking at Linares.
I thought Nicholas Walters.
Let's go.
I thought Nicholas Walters like that.
Dude, quit. Ain't no fucking. He quit. I don't hear that shit about him fucking Walters.
What does that have to do with power though? Like
nothing, bro.
Did he touch him? Did he touch him, Ron? Did he touch him, Ron? How can you gain somebody power if the motherfucker don't touch him?
Have you seen anything Nicholas Walters did? If Walters
the
landed
X-Man, my nigga PJ was here when I bet on the X-Man, nigga, about a year and a half ago. I told him to do it about the X-Man. I said, man, the X-Man gonna beat Loma. Watch. X-Man got his ass beat. Fucking Jamaican.
Look, at the end of the day, my only simple analogy that you can definitely say is not even close to what it is, but the concept is Lomachenko may be facing the toughest, the hardest puncher that he's yet in his career, maybe next to Nicholas Walters. Richard Commey is definitely raw power, regardless of talent, of the boxing skills that he possesses. Lomachenko is clearly the more well-rounded, favored boxer. And this is one of those fights where many people would feel, as long as he performs like he normally does and doesn't get punched, the fear is going to be across the whole fight.
Get punched. Get your ass out of here, Ron. Don't nobody consider fucking Richard Commey the puncher you trying to paint him out there,
bro. You can't tell this shit, bro.
Commey definitely has pop. I don't know what you're talking about. Richard Commey
pop, and the scenario that you're painting that Lomachenko has to box perfect for 12 rounds because Commey could somehow knock him. Like,
but going back to what Mike said, if Linares dropped him, not saying Linares is the hardest puncher, but the fact that if Linares, quote unquote, feather-fisted hands that you say managed to put him down, you really can't get touched by Commey in this scenario. You just can't, and that's my honest opinion. I'd rather get punched by Linares than Commey flush. That's a harder puncher. Clearly a harder puncher.
Absolutely right, Ron. I totally agree with that.
So the concept is don't get punched by this guy. If you got punched by Linares, don't get punched by this guy.
Man, you guys are clowns, bro.
And that's all I was saying, Ron. That's my whole
I know.
point
This is just
if Linares put you down, if Commey land flush like Linares did, Loma gonna go down. for fucking a second or two.
This is not just
right,
pot
so Ron, no, Ron. I'm gonna take it out on you because you're more knowledgeable. And since my man is using the duck excuse that he don't know what I'm talking about, and you agreeing with his whack ass scenario, so with your same logic, your same scenario, we have to consider Román Martínez a puncher. As long as you can agree with that, we can move on.
Román Martínez?
Yes, he dropped Mike
Garcia.
Yeah, the only man to drop Garcia, is it not?
I don't necessarily base on one particular fight.
So then why are you basing Linares?
I'm basing this on multiple Richard Commey fights I've seen. My knowledge from watching.
Right, you just said if Linares dropped them, then Commey can do it. So you're saying
I'm using my knowledge. No. I'm using my knowledge based on the two fighters I know. This is not something I'm saying Linares dropped them. So Román, that means that Commey can drop him. No, I know Commey punches harder than Linares. I visibly see it. So my analogy is from my knowledge of assessing both fighters. If Linares is able to inflict some sort of pain, that's like me saying if Román Martínez dropped Mikey, Spence for damn sure is gonna hurt Mikey. If he hits.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. I was watching the Commey fight. You on timeout for that. That was on the earlier part. It wasn't part of the part of the older the live stream. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't Commey on the first half of the card on the ESPN app?
He was in the middle. He was on I think he was on ESPN.
Oh well, oops, you got timed out by mistake.
Which one? Was on
watch it. Commey
was on ESPN.
The app or the channel?
ESPN, the channel.
The channel.
Oh well. Well, the timeout is reassurance that I watched it.
We got your back, chat.
No, you don't.
But go ahead. Talk about Patrick Day, man. Let's talk about Patrick motherfucking Day. Payday day.
I mean, you stole all the life out of Patrick Day, giving Commey all his fake shine. Commey gets fake shine. He's gonna knock out Lomachenko according to Ron in the unification match.
I said the favorite is obviously Lomachenko, but don't get hit by that guy.
Yeah,
if he connect, Ron saying if he connect though, bro. If he connect, it's gonna be a long fight.
What Ron said is that Commey is Wilder, and that Loma needs to be Fury in box 12 rounds because Commey got that turnaround power. But yeah. To this day.
Hey man, just for reference, bro. I am drinking some punch that got a lot of alcohols in it. So just if I say anything outlandish, don't take it out on me. Just blame it on the
alcohol. It's a song. It used to be a song. Blame it on the alcohol. But anyway, Patrick Day. So on our betting show Friday, Patrick Day was the reason that we even did the show. We were all looking at what was the best fight to make some money. And when I came across Patrick Day, this dude was a plus 1,300.
Say what?
By decision. Plus.
How many knockouts did he have?
Bro, I don't know. He don't win by knockout. I don't know his record. I got to look him up. Let me look him up. I'm going to do a little quick Google search.
Well, plus 1,300, and on every other betting site, it was a plus 130.
Well, first we have to show them what plus 1,300 means and why it's so important, because he was a plus 1,300, and you bet 100, you make $1,300. That's simple.
Bro, I wanted to so bad, but I was like, nah, Mike, don't be greedy. Don't be greedy.
$1,300, right? So he does have 2 losses and 1 by knockout. And he's lost in Brooklyn in the Aviator Center to some dude I never heard of, Carlos Hernandez Garcia, or Garcia Hernandez. And I said that on the betting show because, again, it's not about me being smarter, you being smarter. It's about together, collectively coming up with the right bet for the week. And then his only other loss came to Alontes Fox, who Alontes only lost to Demetrius Andrade.
And he beat somebody that was on the motherfucking contender, Eric Walker, who made it to the finals.
No, he
actually got 3rd place.
He's on a 6 or 7 fight win streak since his loss to Carlos Garcia Hernandez in Aviator Brooklyn. And you know, the first impressive win of that two-fight comeback was Eric Walker making it his third comeback fight and taking away Eric Walker's undefeated record, giving him his first loss. We watched Eric Walker's, come up on the Contender. We know how dedicated of a trainer he was in terms of training for the fights and preparation. So we knew that if Day got the win, it was a hard-earned win. And it was, again, by unanimous decision, showing us that there's no way Day could get a knockout, and him being a plus 1,300 to get the decision versus Ismail Levy, who is unknown, has only fought in Russia, and has 3 knockouts himself. But then on top of that, he beat undefeated Kyrome Davis. And I was like, what the fuck? I interviewed Kyrome so much, he signed to Al Heyman. He's trained by Breadman, Stephen Edwards, the trainer of Julian Williams. And then we went a step further, and his next one was Evan Ayala, who was also on the undercard versus a Russian that Top Rank has, and Patrick Day beat him too. So it was a matter of how much money you had to spend to put on Patrick Day to collect this free money that FanDuel was giving you. And the major, piece of information that had us know, look, like we got this in the bag is when we compared those ratings, or excuse me, the betting line to other betting sites, other casinos, no one was,
Five Dimes had him at a plus 130, plus a 110 or something like that. He was not nowhere near the hundreds, like
exactly. So what we believe, and what I said live on that show Friday, was I believed it was a glitch. I believe they made an error, a human error, when typing in the betting line, someone added an extra 0 by accident. We have our guy Bruce, who is a longtime bettor, and he always tells us that you have to look for the best fight or the best play that week because the bookies are busy with boxing and basketball and baseball and all this other shit that's going on. It's hard to stay on top of everything. It's our job as hardcore boxing fans every Friday to get together and find the right fight, and we did. We seen that the bookies made a fucking mistake. They had
right there. Let me pause right there. We got super chat from Eric Cruz. Super chat champ in the building. Big ups to Eric Cruz. Also, we got one from Donald Banks. If Paulie can hit you and drop you, then what happens when Thurman hits you the same way? There's an example for Commey and Loma. Have no idea what he's talking about.
He's saying that if Paulie was to happen to drop you, imagine if Thurman was the guy after to drop you, it hit you the same way. That shit's gonna hurt. So.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Yeah. That's a great example right there, bro. Great example. Nares and Commey got 2 different powers.
Got another super chat from Adi. He says, why y'all got a show during the Super Bowl? Because we don't watch foosball, homie.
Nigga, we boxing, baby.
Right here.
Thursday, Sundays, every Thursday and Sunday, bro. Unless Ness is motherfucking on vacation or on Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying? He get mad at me when I'm out of town.
He could have went live without me yesterday.
But look here, bro. I ain't got the callers, bro. I don't got the soundboard like you got. Once I get that soundboard and like able to get callers,
listen, y'all could have did a live fight chat the same way you did with Oscar Rivas. You would have just been on the main channel. You was just
I know, but the caller's not there. The caller's not there.
Just said, yo, I was a little nervous. I wanted to.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I do anything, like every time we do a show like a regular show, bro, I got butterflies. Like that's just like how I am. Basketball, football was the same way. Every game, I always got butterflies. I need those to fucking do well. I need to be a little bit nervous to fucking be great because greatness is what we all strive for, right?
Definitely.
And I'll be honest, I'm peeping on the side. This is a boring ass game. So welcome to TBV. This show is live.
Yeah, I'm not even watching foosball, but so Day was a plus 1,300. So the first thing we did was drop, our max bet of the week. So on Patreon, we, advise you to have a limit set for the week. So what I did is I used that whole limit on this one bet because I felt strongly that Patrick Day would get the unanimous decision at a plus 1,300. So a measly Measly. I actually doubled my bet. I'm lying. It was supposed to be 20. I put 40 because I felt strong. I mean, I ain't gonna lie and say like my math.
No, don't lie, man. Yeah, I'm finna say Elms made you put that 20 down.
Excuse me. I ain't gonna lie and say like my mastermind Elms didn't suit me up because what I did was I put 20 and then Elms, was listening to the show. He's like, yo, Ness, put 20 for me. So that was the 40. And when I seen that the 40 made 520, Elms was like, yo, I'm sending you 40 more, and that was 20 to pay the 20 he already put down plus another 20 to go up. I'm like, fuck it. That 40 is already down. I'm just going to take his whole 40 and make a whole another $40 bet for him and keep that 40 because if he feels strong, I feel stronger. You know what I'm saying?
So Am's got a free jacket, right? Pretty much.
Pretty much.
He got a free jacket.
Pretty much he got a free jacket because he paid for a $350 jacket and he definitely made way more money than that. And then Mastermind, matter of fact, pound for pound on V, I mean, he made the most out of everybody. I wish
he made 700.
He made, damn, 700. And then Mikey even came off because Mike, instead of going with the straight round 20, he even threw the extra couple dollars on it at a 23. So the only one that didn't listen was Mastermind Jay. Javier was asleep. And there was plenty of other Patreons that listened and they parlayed Patrick Day. Problem was some of those parlays didn't work. I tried to parlay them too because listen, guys, it was so sexy. A $5 parlay could have won you $1,100 easy, bro. Let me tell you, which brings us to the next part of the show. We would have I would have made easy $5,000 this weekend.
I told y'all that nigga was a fucking bum.
Yo, this weekend I'd have made $5,000 if it wasn't for fucking bum ass Ted Cheeseman. And Ted, you ain't a bum because you fought your heart out. You did. You never stopped fighting.
Bro, come on now.
You got the heart champion, but at this point, I'm upset.
The nigga fought with his forehead. How the fuck did he fight his heart out when he fighting with his forehead down?
I'm entitled to be upset because I bet on you. I bet on you by stoppage. I bet on you based off of motherfucking Elms, who's supposed to be living in the UK. I think he's lying. He got a VPN because, he told us you were going to get the knockout. And damn if we didn't think that was true. And let me tell you
otherwise.
Brother, everybody else. Mike, I don't know why you want credit for something that you didn't stand on your 2 feet for. No pun intended.
Because Jay came in with a parlay that was sexy as fuck.
Jay.
But before Jay came in, what was I telling your ass, nigga? He's a fucking bum. I'm not
be looking at the bridge and say, nah, I ain't jumping. And then you come to my bruh, it's $1 million at the bottom. Oh, all right, let's
for real? Let's go. Let's go.
You jump. I'm going to find a way down and move your ass off my money. I'm going to take all my bloody money from your splattered body. Get the fuck out of here. This ain't going to make no sense.
It'd be fair.
You said that bridge like they had water down there, bro. I ain't about to jump off fucking bridge.
If you jump off the George Washington, you ain't making it. That shit
I'm not jumping off George Washington. I was thinking of a fucking Arkansas bridge, nigga, that probably about 15 feet high.
Man, ain't nobody doing no motherfucking.
To be fair, if you say something, you got to stick with. Like I kept telling Ness, the Lomachenko fight, Pedraza was going to the distance. I didn't go on the betting show. You were on the betting show. So that's where it really matters, okay?
Hell yeah. He's supposed to be like, no, Ness. Jay came in.
On the betting show, I was adamant before Jay said anything.
No, you wasn't.
Ted Cheeseman the fucking
You said that, but you never was adamant about don't do a bet with him.
Like, is it supposed to sound like this? Like, if I was there, I'd be like, don't bet on Cheeseman. This is not. Don't bet on him.
Come smooth in. Like, what? No, Ness, don't bet on him. Fuck what Jay talking about. Don't bet on him. Nah, you know what Mike did? Mike ended by the time the show was not even over. By mid-show, Mike was talking about, yo, I want Cheeseman by knockout plus I want
$5 to get you $1,800. What you mean? You
know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying.
They weren't worth the $5.
But Mike, this is what I'm saying.
But you influence and
we're not here to gamble. We here to bet and make money. You got to get that shit through your head. This guy crazy. So now, if
I had a solid bet with you.
Listen to me.
Once I know who you were so adamant about Day, you my nigga. So that's a slam dunk.
listen.
Let me bet a little $5.
If you was adamant as me about Cheeseman, you could have at least motherfucking made me right, because it ain't like none of us ain't done this before. I would have possibly did it both ways, right? I would have believed Elms on $5 and believed your ass on $5. So I would have picked Sergio and picked Cheeseman, but your flip-flopping ass led me to say I got two friends that's fucking with Cheeseman. Do you get that?
My bad.
It's like the Rosales. Like I was like very adamant, like Rosales is gonna win that. So I'm gonna eat the crow on the Rosales.
Let me just say, because if Cheeseman wins, man, I mean it was crazy, bro. Everything was spot on. We did so good, and this is what I'm saying. We just started this. We don't even have a month yet. We don't even have a month. Or we do have a month, because December 1st was my first bet. When
it don't even matter what we got, bro. It don't even matter what we got, bro. We here
plus?
Beginning of the year, first month, nigga. We plus money. First month, we plus money.
It's gonna be hard for you guys to lose all that money now.
There's a few of us that got over $1,000 already just on winning.
Don't brag, man. We ain't gotta brag.
I'm bragging. I'm fucking bragging.
But based off the Cheeseman performance, I think he underestimated. I think they didn't think this guy was going to do what he did. I think it was set up for Fowler.
The nigga was using his forehead for defense, man.
That's another thing. Ron, you said it. On the betting show, I said, bro, Cheeseman's supposed to fight Fowler. There's no way. Eddie found this dude from Spain. All his fights are in Spain. There's no way, man. This dude boxed beautifully. He reminded me of Sergio Martinez, bro. I want to see him again. I really do.
I want to see him versus Jaime Munguia. That would be just
Damn, bro. Damn, he ain't even got no power.
No, just let that shit go, man. I want blood in that fight.
Bro, one thing that I did notice about a Spaniard, he never sat down on any of his punches, bro. And that right there was a call for me. Like, if he sat down on his punches,
he's defense first, brother. He went to win. He wants to win, and that's what he got. I like him.
But yeah, that fight was definitely set up for Fowler to win. I don't think anyone thinks Cheeseman was going to beat Fowler.
Maravilla picked him. I wish I would have known, Kieran. You could have been on a betting show telling us that shit.
So does Fowler fight the guy?
You imagine somebody says, yo, Sergio said it in an interview, but then I probably would have been like, nah, he biased because he lived in Spain.
So this is probably who Fowler's going to fight next, though. It's going to be Sergio and Fowler.
OTKP says neither one of them good, but he boxed circles around. Nah, man, he looked good from the way he boxed that last night, bro. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think he'll beat Fowler, though. To be honest with you, I think Fowler probably get him out of there. Cheeseman was hitting him sometimes, but it wasn't like he had. Yeah,
Cheeseman did hit him, bro. I was yelling at times. I thought Cheeseman, because that's another thing. That's why I say he fought his heart out. I don't care what you're talking about. Yeah, he fucked up. And Collazo did too, and we didn't damn him to the wherever boxers go that we don't want.
I'm not damning him. I'm just saying, like, the money side is different for like my personal professional side. Like Cheeseman, he's a damn good fighter, and he probably can come back and maybe rebuild his career. Like Eddie, we seen what Eddie did for fucking Tony Bellew. Like there's money in the UK for Cheeseman for a guy fighting like that. You know what I'm saying? Fighting with his heart on his sleeve.
Absolutely, because I mean, he had a lot of velocity on those punches throughout the fight. I mean, even to the very end. Bro, I was watching it with Doomsday at one point on the phone, and I'm like, damn, bro. He was landing some right-hand short ones on the inside that I thought he was going to do. I'm like, yeah, come on, Jesus, come on. Because I wanted this man to get that knockout. That was my last fight. Motherfucking Craig Richards got the knockout. Hey, I needed him. And
bro, if Cheeseman would have won, then you would have won like almost 1,700, right?
Hey, Cheeseman was actually hitting with some stuff, though.
I had multiple parlays, yo. And you know what the beauty was? The only other fight that I had to worry about was Abraham Supernova, and his fight got canceled. So it was they put void.
Oh wow.
They put void, but I got to keep the odds.
Yeah. They definitely do that. When Jack Tempora pulled out, my bet was still good. You know what I'm saying? Even but they just voided him or.
Right.
But real quick, that dude Sergio had a hell of a chin, though, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like dude. I don't know if Fowler could. I don't know. Look, I like him. I just hope he don't get fed to the wolves after one fight. Damn. Like,
what you guys think about the Lawrence Okolie fight?
Isn't that the guy y'all told me to check out? Oh no, it's Buassi. I want me to look at. I mean, Okolie looks good.
Mike likes both of them.
He's long. He's tall.
Bro, don't quit saying that bullshit, bro. I talked about Okolie one time on the damn show, and y'all laid me a fucking Okolie lover. He all right.
Yo,
what the problem is
in the UK talking about I only watch the Super Bowl.
Because Mike liked the story. Mike liked the story, and he got razzed on the Okolie. What he really liked.
McDonald's working at McDonald's. Know what I'm saying? He doing his thing now. But one thing that I do see,
concert.
No.
One thing that I do see and that I want him to do is, bro, quit bullshit, man.
Mike's a big
heavyweight. Go to heavyweight, Okolie. You spar with Joshua all the time. Go to heavyweight.
You don't want to go to heavyweight. He's doing the right thing. He's got to get his his cruiserweight titles, and then he's pound for pound. You know, he moves up. That's how you do it. You don't just go straight to heavyweight and end your career. Heavyweight is the end. It's over.
Okolie does not get to go to heavyweight right now. Not
by the wrong people. It's done.
No,
Eddie's not gonna put him in there with the wrong people,
bruh. I mean, look, he's decent. He's decent, but that dude that he was in there, he wasn't world class. He wasn't even like he was a painter or some shit with Gardner. He wasn't even a motherfucking boxer, bro. That was
one person that I did like on that matchroom card was Fabio.
Yeah, Fabio Wardley.
Yeah,
he looked good, man.
I ain't gonna say he looked good because
he's like a nice heavyweight prospect, like with his frame and stuff. Like you can tell, like he can definitely add more weight to him.
Jack, how many pounds is 16 stones? Because they say he's 16 stones, but you can't tell. Look, he's tall, he's long. He's got the right look. But if he doesn't keep his hands up, he's done. This is the heavyweight division. You can't be doing that shit. He wilding down there with his hand. Like he acting like he fast too. Like I like him. We got a couple interviews with him. Thank to Jack is the truth because he's the truth, and we're gonna keep following his career. It's a Dillian Whyte fighter. No, not Craig Richards. We're talking about Fabio Wardley. What? He's 16 stone.
He hit that uppercut of hell, but prior to that, his defense was a little. I think he was feeling himself.
What are they saying? It's 16 stone. Okay.
But yeah, he hit that uppercut of hell.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to that, his defense it was kind of like, I think he was just feeling himself, you know.
Yeah, so he's 224. That's a good weight. That's a good weight. And he's not even yet like, I mean, he don't even got a six-pack yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's still like fluffy. He gonna start, you know, this is fifth fight, maybe fourth fight.
Isn't that Dillian Whyte's?
Yeah. Okay. And Dillian is fluffy, man. And that's he's training with Dillian, so he's getting good sparring. But Dillian was filling the shit out that jacket last night.
Maybe he had on a sweater or something. I don't know.
A sweater or something. You had 3 sweaters and then the jacket zipped up.
Yeah, he out of training right now, but he getting back in training mode, you know. He posting on his IG and Snapchat. So
nigga say I'm getting fat. I guess I'm eating good. 20 racks on the motor. Got my name under the hood.
Yeah, man. Listen, we should get Fabio on the show, man. Let's get the masterminds to get that shit fixed.
I'm trying to hit up Temofimo, see can we get him on one day this week.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's get to this Dillian Whyte, Eddie Hearn, Barry Hearn negotiation bullshit again. So where we at with this, Ron?
While you're pulling that up, congratulations to DeAndre Ware on beating Ronald Ellis on ShoBox. And then Thomas Mattice did not perform at all Friday night.
Bro, he keep not looking good. And you know that's Shakur Stevens' grandfather that's training him.
Oh wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas Mattice
keep not looking good. That dude, and you know what? It's poor matchmaking too. Why they keep putting him in there with pressure fighters? He's obviously a boxer that hasn't come into his own yet, and he needs to control the pace. Like the poor matchmaking, you know what I'm saying? Because they obviously invested in him. I mean, this is 3rd time on ShoBox performing poorly. Somebody likes him. Somebody likes him. He knows somebody sleeping with somebody. Something is going on here. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you know, and seeing the fact that ShoBox was 2 of the underdogs won that fight. You know, DeAndre Ware from Toledo, Ohio won. And, you know, who was the other guy? Madera. Madera won. They were both underdogs.
Bruh, I did not expect that shit. I watched that, and I was so mad because I think Madera was like a plus 5,000, bruh. That's crazy.
Yeah, if you put money on the ShoBox card, you might need to start betting on ShoBox, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they
We
only
need to start. I told Nelson, man, we just need to start doing an underdog card.
Y'all need to bet on some
$2-3. Fuck it.
You crazy? You just like gambling. I ain't no gambler. You bugging. Talking about just $2-3 on what ifs. Get out of here. You be a what if better. I ain't doing that.
That's cool. I'll be a what if better than nigga. Who got next, man?
We got the Dillian Whyte stuff, man. Eddie,
this shit right here don't really excite me no more, bro. Like,
Dillian Whyte, Eddie
we know
Hearn,
Eddie. We know Eddie
Barry
Hearn,
Hearn.
fucking AJ snakes, man. They gonna give out the offers that they want to give out. You know what I'm saying? They gonna give out the offer because they believe that they can dictate everything. And most of these fighters ain't going for it. You know what I'm saying? They got Big Baby on the hook. Hopefully that fight goes through. Barry Hearn has some things to say about Wilder, but what else is he gonna say? His man is AJ. He backs AJ, so of course he's gonna talk down on Wilder. Ain't shit new about this, man.
But hold on. But understand the cards that is being played. Dillian Whyte now is in a great position. Okay, Wilder and Fury are fighting. AJ's, in this situation where he needs to fight other opponents. If he doesn't get those two, the public truly wants to see him fight either one of those guys. So now he has to try to make the next best fight. Dillian Whyte is definitely a fight.
Bro, honestly, man, public don't give a fuck about
Whyte
Dillian
ducking
Whyte,
AJ, man. Whyte ducking AJ, man.
Now look, the 12-week thing is, to me, in my opinion.
Explain it because there's a lot of people that just don't know what you're going to
duck him, man. He ducking. Listen, he was offered a 60-40 split the first way.
This was an IFL
I don't think it was
interview.
like that, bro. Is that true though?
Well, I don't know where you're getting these numbers though.
I thought he was offered like a flat fee of like $3 or $4 million, and then Eddie came back and up to like $5 million plus like a percentage on the back end.
Yeah, you got to get your numbers because I feel like you're going to say
next out here, you're saying 60-40 and you say 50,
40, 50.
Look. Let's hypothetically assume Mike is right because I don't have time to argue. It doesn't even matter to me.
Because White didn't get 60-40. He didn't get no damn 60-40.
Okay. He takes the fight. The back end offer, he has 50-50, And
why should I give you 50-50 when I beat your ass?
Well, that back end offer was good enough for Wilder. What's the difference?
I thought Wilder should have been the same way. You take what I take in the first. If you're going to give me 60-40 in the rematch, you take 60-40. Then at the end of the day, it's equally 50-50 because you took 60-40 in the beginning and I took 60-40 at the end.
And that's fine. But according to Eddie, the stick-up point was 50-50. So in the interview, Eddie says,
Eddie a fucking liar.
In front of Dillian Whyte in the interview, Eddie says, but we gave you 50-50 on the rematch. And he says, yeah, but you gave it to me with 11 weeks out. So that's why I call it a duck. Because if you were good with the front number and then you were good with the percentage and all you wanted was the rematch to be a 50-50 and they gave it to you and it's 11 weeks out when
I thought
of the fight.
Let me ask you a question though, Ness.
I didn't like. There's clips in the they're gonna send a production check. The thing is, I thought he didn't like the fact that AJ would get the lion's share or whatever percentage.
And that's why Eddie told him, but we gave you 50-50. And he says, yeah, but you gave it to me with 11 weeks out. Meaning, and he even go back and reiterates, he's like, yeah, but why you ain't just give it to me from the beginning? Why you couldn't just be sensible in the beginning? That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
He, like Wilder, is frustrated. But the same thing that people are telling Wilder, fuck your emotions. The deal is there. The one you wanted. And you know what's the difference? 1 week. He says he wants 12 weeks to prepare. And then he says he didn't take the fight because he had 11 weeks with the 50-50 back end offer. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
So quick question. Let's just break down how let's say he goes to the mandatory, right? Because I just want to just know, all right? Let's say he goes to the WBO mandatory route, right? Let's say he gets that and he 20%. Wins. If he gets the WBO,
if you believe in yourself, hold on. I'm sorry, cut y'all run, but Ness, if you believe in yourself, don't matter what the fucking the percentage is. We applauded motherfucking Wilder when he said, "All right, 50 million flat fee, fuck it, I'll take it." Dillian Whyte is looking toward the future, saying 80-20, fuck it, I'll take it. But you know what? After I beat your ass in the rematch, nigga, you gonna get what I give you. Period.
Or or you're going to sit around talking how you going to do this and do that, and you won't get the fight. Because you're not getting the fight. Because I see you in videos sour. You know you ain't getting the fight. He said he been negotiating since September. And he said they made him wait. He said they told him, no, wait till after Fury Wilder. Why they telling him wait till after Fury Wilder? Because they don't really want him. So you can sit here and talk like they're doing right by him, but he was the one on the plane in America.
He's not doing, they're not doing right by him. He's doing right by himself.
How he doing right by himself?
He sees the bigger picture. He actually believes that he can beat AJ. So instead of taking this flat fee or percentage down with a rematch clause attached on it, I'm just gonna wait till the WBO calls the fucking mandatory and makes me that title contender.
I'll tell you something. If you believe that is what took place, you've lost it. Let me tell you what really happened.
Let me explain. Let me ask something because you interrupted me.
Go ahead.
The thing is, all right, I just want to clarify the ruling. And I'm not saying this is the way it goes, but if let's say he went to the WBO, he went to purse bid, went through that scenario, and he won.
How would he win? His promoter.
No, listen. I said win like a fight. Calm down. If he wins the fight and he does a rematch with AJ, how does negotiations work in a rematch?
Well, there is no rematch. That's the whole.
I'm saying if he gave a rematch following going through the WBO way, he won, and then he offered AJ a rematch after he won. Does that mean he gets to call the shots? Does that allow him?
Of course, there's no strings attached because it's a mandatory. You can't attach a rematch clause to it, so it's a straight belt fight. And now that I got the belt, I got the chips.
Do you think that's a possibility that Dillian Whyte is willing to take that chance?
Bruh, yeah, it's a possibility that he's willing to take that chance because he was given a secondary offer by Eddie. That's what I'm saying. If y'all believe that Eddie Hearn isn't offering this dude another pay-per-view to headline in April 20, that's the whole point. It's like, Eddie, you ain't giving me the AJ fight. You playing me. You team AJ. You playing. Nah, bro, I ain't team AJ. Don't worry about it. I got you. You're going to do another pay-per-view. You're going to headline. Don't worry. You a star. I got you. Like, come on, bro. Then they sent out here stealing Luis Ortiz's name, man. The UK hate Luis Ortiz so much, but they keep his fucking name in their mouth, trying to raise their pro. He got a fight. Don't be a sheep and believe Eddie fucking lying ass. He has a fight. Eddie wants you to believe that Luis Ortiz is in the running to get a Dillian Whyte fight for April 20th when motherfucking Luis Ortiz already has a fight for
with Christian Hammer, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Eddie out here
in March.
Eddie out here bullshit, man. And that's why I say, bro, we can't believe everything. Eddie said 50-50, man. Eddie out here bullshit. They know good and damn well.
But
they was gonna try to get 60-40 the same way they did Wilder in a fucking Dillian Whyte fucking rematch.
Now it's sense there's audio if you want to start playing the chat, we can dissect. But the thing is, if the fact is, if he goes and takes like whatever offer he takes now, he goes through that chance the rematch of 50-50. If he goes to the WBO, takes that chance and he wins, he can offer AJ whatever BS that he
Bro,
wants.
I'm so sorry, Ron, but this shit is starting to piss me off.
Oh, now you're mad. Hold on, now you're mad because I know, right?
I know, right?
Optimistic.
I know, right? You feel me? But bro, we know what's going on. AJ fight Miller. Point blank. Why are we even entertaining what the fuck Eddie and Dillian Whyte got to say about the fucking failed deal? It failed for a reason.
We have to stay on everybody's ass. We have to stay on Wilder, AJ. We have to. That's what we're supposed to do. We can't just look. Wilder and their side. There's scenarios over there that could be all messed up. The WBC and all the sanctioned body. There's wrong in every single thing in the boxing game. We need to stay. That's why. Trust me. When I was saying last year, I was talking to Matt on the show, and I was like, fuck it. Forget the rematch. Try to get Wilder and AJ because we may not see that until 2020, 2021. And in the beginning of this year, I was saying the same thing. Like, look, there's going to be mandatories this year. Bob Arum spoke of, I spoke with Eddie. I got Pulev. The IBF will follow the WBO. So if it's Miller, then the WBO, then the IBF.
And that's why Eddie said if the Wilder fight don't happen this year, that fight is done with. It won't happen till 2020.
And Wilder's out there saying that he's like, I can make other fights. I can fight. I have enough opponents to go for 2 more years. They're not. Everyone's not. We got to come together. It's obviously they need to figure something out. And if it's either Wilder takes the fights or AJ has to give better offers that accommodate Wilder's needs, they have to come to terms. But at this point,
that age old
Wilder
shit,
and
man.
Fury's
He ain't even, brother. It's 4 people they negotiating with, and only one dude allegedly is okay with the money. Allegedly. We don't know if Big Baby's okay with the money. Let's just play these clips, man. Y'all want me to play them all? Because there's a lot. I just don't know if that's how if they double.
Last stuff was no good for you. Is that what you're saying? The last one.
Because I said to them, I'll give you the same terms you're giving me on the loss offer. If I beat you, I'll give you the same terms on the rematch. And he said no. He wants the lion's share of the rematch. So what's the point?
When do you believe that you will be in a better position to negotiate this fight again? What will you have to do to be in a better position? Yeah, but mandatory on a mandatory split.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. On a mandatory split, there's no rematch.
Right, okay.
That's the catch. There's no rematch. So on a mandatory split, I beat him. There's no rematch. If he wants to fight again, he needs to come to me. Then I will dictate the terms and the splits. But right now, as a voluntary, he's trying to dictate the first purse, and he's trying to dictate the lion's share of the rematch. And I'm saying to him, no, that's not how it works. If I beat you, I should be able to give you the same split you're giving me now in the rematch. And he said no.
Well, all I can say is sounds like exactly what Wilder and his team complained about, you know, the A side dictating the terms for the rematch as well. And this is just crazy. Why can no one just get a single fight? Like, why? I mean, I get it. He has belts. They have to have a rematch. But why can't you just get a straight rematch clause? Why does it have to be preset terms?
Because we'll break this down. As the business side, you know, typically the saying is when you beat the A side, you become the A side. They're trying to ensure that if you beat the A side, you have to beat them twice to truly become the A side. By you know, this is a new game. It's smart. I'm not going to knock them. I think it's very intelligent when you're thinking this is my client. What is the most way that I can maximize a win or loss? You know, at this point. So on the flip side, you know, as a fighter, it's frustrating because you feel that if I beat you, I beat you. That's it. And there's been times where fighters have had rematches and they still had the smaller amount, just like Rockman and Lewis. But there was other times like when Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran fought. When Duran beat Leonard, he was the A side. Leonard was the B side when it came to the total amount of money. So this is just a new kind of tactic that we haven't seen often where, hey, win, lose, I'm still good. You got to beat me twice, sucker. That's how they're playing it. And it's just business. They're smart.
Nah, that's insane, bro. Like, you know, to dictate the second fight if you lost is ridiculous, but more audio.
I think we know a little bit too much information about purses and offers and et cetera, but what is coming across from you is that your bottom line not happy about what's being offered at the moment.
The offer was rubbish. Listen, we've been trying to make the fight from September. We've been trying to make the fight with Joshua from September. They had the date booked from then. They knew it was happening. We had to wait till after the Wilder Fury fight to see if Wilder was going to fight him, if Fury was going to fight him. They knew. We told him we wanted the fight. They made the first approach the 1st of January or the 14th of January or something. That's rubbish. You can't make a fight at that magnitude at 12 weeks' notice. That makes no sense. You know, I won a 20-week drug test.
Now, I get his little backup story that he wants 20-week drug testing, but come on, bro. How many super fights have we not seen announced at? And this ain't even a super fight. This is a rematch. So 12 weeks notice. He's saying that that's not enough time. And then later he's going to say he got 50-50 on the back end. So he got everything he wanted, and he still didn't take the fight.
Because I'm signed up to the VADA drug testing, clean boxing program. Joshua is not. You know, I would like him to be signed up to that if we're going to have the fight. You know, that's just one of my rules. And it's every fight I have, I pay my own money to VADA to do the random drug testing. I don't have to. I pay it just to get the drug testing done. So I want him to be in the same program. And I want to train properly as well. You can't be away in Dubai training and they're set to give me 12 weeks to get ready for a fight, and then you want to underpay me, and then you want the lion's share of the rematch. So imagine you underpay me. That's fine, I accepted the terms. But if I beat you, you want the lion's share and the rematch. What's the point? What fighter's gonna sign that? Imagine I say to you, I'm gonna give you £5 a fight if you beat me, and the fight generate 100 million. I'm gonna give you 2 million or 5 million. It makes no sense. It's nonsense. What am I fighting for? If I was wait, and then I went back to him and said, okay.
What is that the equivalent?
I just like that he keeps putting it out there on Eddie. He keeps, keeping it real and adding some sort of light to this situation, a different perspective. Because I like to call it a double standard. He sounds exactly like Deontay Wilder. So I'm interested to see how the public receives this now.
Well, hold on. Let me say a few things. So he made the claim about Anthony Joshua not being in VADA. Now, he's listed on VADA, and he said, congratulations, he successfully completed VADA through September 22 of 2018. And that's what it says on the website. Now, from that point, look, I find it hard to believe if a person's willing to take smaller amount of money for the better upside in a rematch is not technically ducking in some sort of way. Would you feel like it would be the other way around when you want the initial amount up front to be more, right? He's willing to take the small chance and no rematch. That's guaranteed money.
But they're offering him something else, bro. What is public perception? Does public perception want the Dillian Whyte fight? No. So Eddie, you have to do what? Like he said, he's team AJ. So Eddie got to think for AJ, not for Dillian. Dillian wants the AJ fight, but Eddie can't deliver that right now because the public doesn't. They're not gonna accept it. You even hear Dillian in the interview. He says, "Bro, the zone is forcing Eddie to deliver a U.S. fight for AJ, and Dillian is not it. So Dillian is unhappy. Use your brain, guys. Dillian is unhappy, and he's telling Eddie, bruh, you owe me this. I've done everything." And Eddie's like, man, I got pressure from the zone. I'm going to get you the AJ fight. Just let me deliver for the zone. Dillian walks. Talking about he watching Pacquiao Broner. He shakes things up. He ruffles Eddie's feathers. So Eddie got to come back with a consolation prize. Don't worry, mate. You get the headline again. You get to do another pay-per-view again. You get to be in charge of the undercard again. You ain't listened to this interview enough. That's what the problem with y'all.
Well, no, that narrative, I was telling people, like, look, I'm sure that he's promised to do other things because at a certain point, AJ's going to have to fight in the U.S. That's something that Eddie has to deliver. These are things that he needs to do. But at the same time, I also feel that Whyte is definitely playing the smart game. Like, he knows his position. He knows where he's at, and he knows how to maximize, and he feels some sort of relations. Like, he's in that same IFL interview, he's talking about, yeah, I went over there. The $50 million, I saw it. I talked to Steven Espinoza. He's going with that same narrative.
Ain't no narrative. Is that he went to the U.S. and he see there's money. It's the television network telling you we got the money. Why would only boxing fans think that Espinoza is not trustworthy? Like, he's the only television network executive out here actively in social media talking about fights at multiple press conferences. Have we seen John Skipper at multiple DAZN press conferences? No. Who runs ESPN now that John Skipper's with DAZN? We don't know because he ain't there like Espinoza is. But for some reason, Espinoza's a weasel, and we can't believe him. He's a Heyman puppet. Like, come on, bro. It's just double standard every time you look.
And the thing is, like, look, we understand that AJ is in a state where he can do a voluntary, so he can always control whatever the amount of voluntary is. Now, it's a gamble because, look, when you're looking at it like, damn, I can get this amount and it guaranteed this amount for the second chance, let alone the fact that, I can really be the world heavyweight champion. I just have to beat him twice. That's security. But at the same time, the gamble is if I beat him and go through the other way, there's so much more upside And that's just a game. And Dillian Whyte's willing to play that game. And I'm not mad at him. That's part of, if you're confident in your ability.
Understand, man, he don't want to play that game.
And the thing is,
he's going that route because he's getting the offer is being enticed in the term of a pay-per-view. It's like, yeah, you'll get 20% to fight AJ later, but right now you're gonna do a pay-per-view. You're gonna build your profile now. We're gonna get you either Brazil or Povetkin. A dude that AJ beat, a dude that AJ fought on pay-per-view. So when you do go into this 20% fight, it's a bigger fight, and you get it the way you want.
And that's smart.
Now.
And that's smart. And regardless of the fact that that's
smart of Eddie to keep his disgruntled employee or client happy.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, regardless if it was Eddie who formulated that and he worked really smart, or Dillian Whyte figured that out and said.
But it's not over. That's only Eddie's offer to make Dillian happy, to calm Dillian Whyte down. Dillian Whyte revealed that there is still another offer coming. He said verbally that I'm paraphrasing, but he said it like this, like, oh, if I'm to get another offer for guaranteed money and a guarantee at a title, well, I gotta take that offer serious. So he's waiting. And who's the guaranteed title? Who's the other offer? Because there ain't no other titles other than Wilder's. He ain't talked to nobody else other than Al Heyman and Espinosa, which he confirmed. He said he talked to everybody. He said, you seen Al, you seen Espinosa, I seen everybody. I talked to everybody. I seen everything. Listen to the interview, man. Good interview. Fucking
so with that being said, so I don't think Whyte is ducking. I think this is an opportunity for him to obviously be in a. This is where I feel.
Ronald, whenever you take financial gain over the fight, it is a duck.
But
I don't care about ducking with an excuse. That's all you about to give me is a reason why he's ducking. That's not valid. You have the fight you want. You even got it the way you want with the rematch clause. It's just the only issue is 1 week. 1 week. And even in that audio we just played, he said 12 weeks wasn't enough. I mean, he wants 20 weeks out. We got to announce it 20 weeks before the fight so that Joshua could drug test. I mean, look, he's a voluntary challenger. All these demands are ridiculous. And you only demand this much shit when you don't want to fight.
If you put in that perspective for financial gains, then yes. If he states that he's upset about the rematch and he's not happy with that, does that mean at that point he's just not, it didn't come to terms? So at that point, if he feels that, hey, my back end, I'm not getting, that's his escape. That's his exit. That's his route. That's what you're claiming. That outside of the fact of the 20-week VADA testing and then the conflicting of the 12-week camp saying that he needs 12 weeks out, I think that's his only escape.
Bro, listen to me. You glossing over the double standard. Imagine Wilder said, nah, we ain't fighting. Bruh, Joshua got to test 20 weeks. They'll be calling him a coward. He's afraid. Look at the big American afraid. My man is talking about he got to have 20 weeks as a challenger. He's not even the mandatory. And he wants to dictate and negotiate rematches. I mean, again, put this very same scenario in Wilder's shoes. Wilder was defamed, discredited, and drugged through the mud for not taking $15 million with less restrictions. Same rematch offer, okay? If he won, 70-30. Excuse me, if he won 50-50 with Joshua in the U.S., no less, where Joshua isn't even a draw. So it's like, I'm going to lose to you and use you to make more money in the U.S. And, it's the same deal. But I don't hear the same rhetoric. I hear you now saying how smart he is.
Okay.
Wilder also chose to do something else, and he was called a coward. This is why I wanted this show to be titled The Double Standard, because that's what the fuck it is.
Okay, but with that being said, all right, because I get what you're saying, and I can acknowledge that if you take financial gain, which I'm agreeing that was smart, and if he goes that route, it's initially a financial smart move, which will lose to a duck. But at the same time, what would you say if Wilder was trying to get the financial gain opposed to making a fight? Because that's the most business-like move for him. The fact that if a fight's offered, but it's not the terms, the financial gain, the rematch clause doesn't work out, wouldn't you say that he's ducking then too? They're both.
That's the point. When Wilder said, bruh, there's no rematch, then all of a sudden there was a rematch, but it's only 70-30 if I win, 50-50 if Joshua loses. You know, I mean, excuse me, 70-30 if I lose, 50-50 if Joshua loses. So he walked, he's called a duck. This guy says the same stuff, and it's like, yo, Dillian Whyte is brilliant. No. Are you looking at the chat?
No. I agree. Ness, the reason why I was confused.
He's on top of his game. He knows his stuff. It's like, what the fuck?
But Ness, here's the thing though. I've always been an advocate in understanding the business. So that's where it confused me when you called Whyte a duck. I was confused because I'm like, are you calling Wilder a duck? So that you're calling out the double standards of the fact that if people praise Whyte, they should praise Wilder. And I was saying the same thing to people, saying, look, if you support Whyte, and I told this to Elms, so I hope Elms come. I said, if you support Whyte, Elms, you got to support Wilder. It's the same thing. It's no different.
Same thing. They're literally doing the same thing. Now, Dillian is about to go do his own pay-per-view because Joshua was, in his words, unsensible and not sensible in the negotiations. Wilder went and did his own pay-per-view because he was not happy with the negotiations. Like, I don't get it. Why is there a double standard? But whatever. That's
where it's confusing. When you called him a duck, I just heard you call Wilder a duck, but you're not. You're pointing the irony of the scenario.
I'm calling Dillian a duck because that's what Wilder's called. So it's the double standard. If we're gonna call one, we're gonna call the other.
I want to clarify that. So yeah, so at that point, we all know this is the same game, and at this point, you know, everyone either working cahoots, so they realize it's the same thing. So it's obviously, look, you either make these fights happen, or everyone has to take these fights, and it looks like no one wants to take these fights. So you got to make these fights happen on the behalf of AJ's side, because if no one takes the fights, what are you supposed to do? If you're the A side and no one takes your offer, are you going to blame every other boxer? You're going to blame the guy who's not willing to make all the fights? Because if Whyte, Fury, Wilder, you know, maybe Miller's willing to take this opportunity, but if everyone is willing not to, who do you blame in the scenario? Do you blame everyone, or do you blame AJ? That's where everyone needs to really truly look at it. It's not I don't care who wins. It's just when you guys out there in the fans and you're supporting your fighter, you can support your fighter. But if the fights don't get made, who do you blame? The rest of all the heavyweight division who chooses the same path, or the guy who can make the fight?
Bruh, I just know it's all part of the plan, man. You know, I'm guaranteeing it's Povetkin. I'm guaranteeing it's Povetkin. Povetkin is next for Whyte. He's next, I'm telling you. And they already got the undercard, Joseph Parker versus Derek Chisora.
Now, is that a gamble at that point? Let's say Whyte takes an opponent and he loses. Where does Whyte make a jump?
Povetkin?
No, I'm just saying. If he loses, this is all, it's like blue, you know, it's all false because
and that's why Eddie's saying, yeah, he's a guy that backs himself, you know, he backs himself. So, you know, he's backing himself to beat. He's backing himself, but they're gonna pick the right fight, bro. They're gonna pick Povetkin with stringent drug testing again in the UK. He's gonna be the B side. He's coming off a knockout loss. It's good. Everything's good. You know, it's not that Povetkin isn't going to be a good challenge, but at this point, I think that Dillian should beat Povetkin.
I would favor Whyte, but it's still like, you know, he was getting roughed up by Chisora, you know what I mean, until he got that knockout, and that's where it's like.
Yeah, but he also played that game, right? Like, I wanted to believe that Chisora was breaking him down, but according to him and the Whyte fans, he was waiting for the later rounds. And everybody knows Povetkin is the same thing. He's like a 4-round fighter. He gave AJ hell first couple of minutes. See, someone in the chat said, no, he was being patient. I'm telling you, people believe that was his game plan.
Look, at this point, you know, we got to wait this out.
Boxing today said, I'd rather see Whyte versus Cabal. Isn't that the sparring partner? Is it? No, I'm serious. Cabal is AJ's sparring partner, right?
I don't know, but I
He
hope
is.
not.
He is.
Let's see. What's the point of being the A side if you can't have to make the concessions? The whole point of being the A side is you dictate.
You sound like Eddie. Eddie said the same shit. He's like, yo, if every time AJ gets into a fight and we tell him, yo, don't do it, give him 50-50 this time, when is he ever going to get to be the A side truly?
But this is where you got to really look at it. There's two ways you can flip it. It's like, we'll bring up the Mayweather thing. Mayweather never truly had negotiation problems outside of, Pacquiao, right? Rightfully so, because Pacquiao is just a super global star, just like him, just a little smaller when it comes to overall financial gains. Well, I wouldn't say little, more. Mayweather makes more. So at this point, when you look at it, Mayweather never truly had these problems. So at that point, is it more the fact the fighters was more willing to take the chance of the lifetime to become this tremendous A side, or was it simply the fact that Mayweather just worked it out with everybody?
Man, simply the fact that Mayweather had Heyman. So Heyman did offers, and Heyman doesn't put his business out in the public. And it's just that simple, because you're right. There was never this consistent back and forth. And instead, people were extremely happy to get the fight.
You know what we need to look into? There's two fights I'm curious, or not just fights.
But you also got to remember, Ron, that other side, what they make isn't what's being reported. So that's why they're happy. Robert Guerrero gets 2.5, but we know, like every other fighter other than Robert Guerrero that I've, spoken to, man, look, man, you know what I'm trying to say, bro.
Yeah. So this is
yeah,
where
we know
I'm
Heyman fighters always get a
check, man.
No, hold on. Let me sprinkle a little bit more into. I want to go out there and do what if Mayweather had rematch. I'm sure Mayweather had rematches in all his fights if he lost. I'm curious what the rematches would have looked like if Mayweather lost.
Probably one way.
So these are all one way, no rematch. You beat me.
I mean, probably with a Robert Guerrero, yeah, but with a Cotto, a Canelo, probably no. But even still, even Canelo, like, look, he didn't get a rematch. He's still asking for one, so he never had one in the contract, bro. So, the thing is that this is the problem. It's either you said it, Heyman and Floyd do better business, or they're just simply more private. More private, because you're right. I just can't. Why none of those rematch happened? If they add rematch clauses with Mayweather, why Cotto never took it? Because he didn't have one. Canelo didn't have one. Meanwhile, you got Dillian Whyte and Deontay complaining about having one that's just not going their way. But again, none of those dudes brought anything to the table, right? You got Wilder bringing a belt and another half of a story. Mayweather was picking his fights strategically to make business sense. That's why he picked Guerrero. Guerrero didn't earn a shot. If I remember correctly, Guerrero beat Selçuk Aydin, same dude Victor Postal beat, and then he beat Andre Berto. That's when he made Andre Berto look like a raccoon. And
so that's the same thing. And everyone knows that Floyd will always has been criticized to most of his part for not picking the fights that many people would favor. And I always thought that he had.
But he was a big show. So switch the foot, right? Like if AJ is Mayweather, what's the big show? Big Baby Miller or Dillian Whyte?
Yeah, and at that point, some of those fights I didn't think was bad too. Like fighting Canelo is not a bad fight. And people say Shane Mosley, but Shane Mosley had a fight after he beat Antonio Margarito and the alleged rapping, and then the whole beating Cotto and stuff like that. So at that point,
I mean, we're always gonna critique, man. Like, would we have loved to get Mayweather, Shane Mosley sooner? Yes. Am I one of those dudes that's gonna be like, yo, man, Mosley wasn't the same? Nah, because I seen what he did to Margarito.
But yeah. So, but I'm saying, like, that's the thing. Like, Floyd gets criticized for the same things, but he also takes these fights that make sense. If you can't get the Pacquiao fight, what's the next best fight that you can get out there? Shane Mosley goes out there and dismantles Antonio Margarito as an underdog. No one thought Shane Mosley was going to win. Sure enough, there's a rapping in there, so it adds an underlining story. So then at that point, Shane Mosley comes and demolishes Antonio Margarito, and then there you go. That's the fight to make, Shane Mosley and Floyd Mayweather. So there is some fights that the fans generally want, and there's concerns, and we want some of those concern type of fights with Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing. You know, Floyd took Shane coming off that Margarito win. Margarito was looking like a monster. You know, that would have been, you know, like fighting Luis Ortiz. But those things are not happening. You know what I mean? Listen, Joshua got a great resume, and it's only time. It's only a matter of time. Like, we're going to have to wait another 2 years. It's all good, bro.
And that's pretty much what we have to do. We have to just wait it out. Like,
Yeah.
and the thing is, like, I think Anthony Joshua is a tremendous fighter. I think his resume, he's done this very well. He's unified. But you know how we are as fans. Do we want to wait 2-3 years for Anthony Joshua to fight the other guys? No.
We're going to have to, because he's only like 28, bro. He's only like 28. And this is a business. You heard Eddie in that interview. He's like, I know you guys don't like hearing it, but this is a business. You know, so they're going to have to do it, man.
And they're playing it smart. Like, you can't sit here and say, like, they're not doing it right. These rematch 50-50. You beat me, we do a rematch, and it's 50-50. Like, that's smart business.
But I mean,
I don't like it because it don't.
I would say that's smarter business for AJ, Dillian Whyte, and here's the only reason why. Because the rematch, if Dillian beats AJ, the rematch takes place where? The UK, the same place the first one took place. And the third one will take place there. You know what I mean? Because that fight is bigger there. But they are completely delusional and disrespectful to ask for 50-50 in a USA rematch. Motherfucker, you ain't from here. And you need the American to sell those $100 pay-per-views. So to ask for 50% of that is ridiculous. Let's see how many people watch Big Baby versus AJ on DAZN. And that still won't help the case for a free agency fight of AJ versus Wilder on Showtime, like Eddie said, is possible if they lose the purse bid, which he also said that they would pay out the ass to get that fight on DAZN.
And I definitely agree. And Mike, I'll let you jump in. My last thing is, like, heavyweight rematches are extremely big. Win, lose, or draw, people love to see it again. They would. And I think if they did a second fight, come to the U.S., like Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, you know, and I know people are going to bring up the Canelo and Triple G did worse the second time than the first time, and it's possible. But when you get these two guys in an undisputed heavyweight, we haven't seen in a while. We haven't had a heavyweight undisputed or heavyweight champion for years. I think this is where they're going to dump the amount of money, win, lose, or draw on Deontay Wilder. They're going to make their return. And if Wilder loses or wins, Showtime wins. And they're going to take that full advantage, and they're going to want to make sure they negotiate properly. And they should look into the whole consideration that, you know, these fights are definitely going to be made at some point where either Wilder's profile gets big enough that they feel that they're going to have to make this happen, and the fight marinates to a monster, and we either get this great fight or it's very anticlimactic like Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather. And that's the sad thing about fans. They get the most financial gain out of us, but we're going to get the shittiest fight that we could ever get, possibly. We're not a fair, proper, evenly playing field fighter when two of the fighters may not be in the same mindset or same status or older, and just like it's not the same. So we get burnt and they win.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, you know, I told Wilder years ago, why not just get in the sanctioning body? Why not just pay the sanctioning fees? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not about legacy, man. For nobody. It starts off that way, but then you get a taste of
start thinking long term. I mean, you start thinking long term, and you start be like, "Hey,
that good life.
How many years I got left in the sport?
Yeah,
you get the most money I can."
Start thinking about how many millions you need to never have to work again, and then how many more millions you need so your kids ain't got to work again. And what if something happened to me? And that's why shit starts changing, bro.
And that's the irony. Like, Dillian
Whyte
was
legacy for none of these dudes, bro. Because if it was about legacy, these fights would have been took place. These are about making the best. I mean, listen, hearing Dillian Whyte talking about he need 20 weeks. Bro, if that was Wilder, man, right now, bro, it would be a
You said he need 20 weeks.
Yeah, because of the VADA testing.
He said he needs.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He said on the last audio I played, he said 12 weeks ain't enough to announce that fight of that magnitude. I need 20 weeks so that Joshua could do drug testing.
You know what's the irony
of voluntary challenger, bro? If those words were Deontay Wilder and Shelly Finkel, this show would be right now at 1,000 people watching with 1,500 Brits calling in.
And you know what's the irony of it? And I'm gonna be honest, Dillian Whyte was always this kind of blue collar, like I'll take anybody, I'll fight anyone underneath the sun, yada yada. And this is the most financial that you talk about. And I don't blame him because, like I said earlier, and that's told me he's like Ronald. I'm praising him because yes, financially it makes the most sense. But at the end of the day, as fans, he's taking the higher route of the financial amount of money, and he's thinking A side opposed to going and take the fight. Granted, the fact that he can take this fight, make the fight, give me dirt shit, and I'll beat your ass twice. That's what the fans will like, but we can't blame them for the decisions they make. But we can also blame the fact that if they don't do it in a way and fast enough, we're pissed off. Like, we want the fight. Like, we are the ones that you're getting all our money.
You don't even know he lost the first fight. I'm talking to everybody on the panel, and OTKP said, yo, do Whyte even know he lost? This dude is so delusional. On that interview, he says we're both undefeated. I know it was a mistake, but it's a mistake that he believes, bro. Telling you.
And counting amateur, I know this whole beat you in the amateurs and then you beat me in the pros. It's the trilogy. Look, it's not. It's the sequel. It's clearly the sequel. Let's keep it real. So there's a storyline and everything. They'll sell everything. It's just the heavyweight division. Politics once again.
Word. Any other news and notes before we move on?
Abner Mares has.
Oh wow, that was crazy. That detached.
Wow.
But did you see how they did it on PBC on Fox?
Yeah.
No. What happened?
I mean, they had him in studio with a patch in the eye, bro. And then they had a whole document.
They had him out here, Slick Rick.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't even have the Slick Rick black one. It was a white one from the doc, bruh. And then on top of that, they had him. They had the whole shit documented. So like, he really, really was in his feelings. Like, he really was not happy about this decision to not take this fight, and he went through great lengths to prove that. They recorded a lot. They recorded a lot, and you could tell it's personal footage that he gave to PBC to show us, so that we could believe that he's really hurt, because he feels like, I mean, I guess he's got a big following, bro, because the backlash that he's received is really getting to him. So much so that he's on PBC on Fox. He documented his surgery, and then he's telling you again, like, look at me. This is what really happened. I mean, I even received the press release, bro. They even put out a press release on this. It's like they really want to get the word out there. Like, he really wants us to know, I want this fight. This was not me ducking. This is me seriously hurt. Like, and look, it's with a patch and everything, bro. He got a patch on the eye. You can see it. Look. You see it?
Yeah. No, he definitely has that pirate patch. And, big look, I just want to take a moment and pay respects and prayers to Abner Mares. Sugar Ray Leonard retired, when a detached retina, and then came back to fight Marvin Hagler later. But more recent, Antonio Margarito, he fought Manny Pacquiao. His eye got busted up, went to surgery, fought Cotto for the second time. He was out 4 or 5 years before he attempted to come back and fight. And that wasn't even in the United States. I think it was in Mexico they allowed it. So this detached retina is definitely career ending,
Not only that, though, Ron, he said he's fought with a detached retina on the opposite side for some years, and now he has both are detached. So,
and that's why I felt like he was never able to get, maybe the fight was not able to be in New York. Like, he probably had to jump around multiple different type of commissions, and maybe California allowed it. Like, that's serious. And the fact that he has the other eye, I don't, even if he comes back, he's not going to get the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. He's not going to get these other fights because it's too concerning, his eye. And, it's a shame for both.
I wouldn't say that because, well, no, Kelbrook was a broken orbital bone, not a detached retina.
These are 2 detached retinas, bro. I'm talking about Margarito had 1 to a degree. He had to get surgery.
And Margarito's surgery wasn't right, bro. My man was looking like sloth after that surgery.
So that's my whole point. this is something where Abner Mares really truly has to take time and think about, because I think he has an incredible career. He's done a lot. He has a beautiful family, and he has a great commentating gig. And, you know, I know it hurts as a fighter because you only get a window in your life and your career, opposed to us. We can do this forever. He has his windows and opportunities, and he's chasing for legacy and whatever type of last financial gains he can get as a fighter. And it's tough when you come across these things where you had the fight, you had the opportunity for legacy money, and it was just one away for something that it was somewhat out of your control to a degree, and now it sucks. So I pay all my wishes and respects for Abner Mares. Hopefully everything gets better. Wish him health, wealth, family, and everything's okay with him mentally, you know, as well as physically with his eyes and stuff.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man.
It's unfortunate. I'm just glad that, you know, I hope he gets peace from this, because I'm starting to see that more and more fighters suffer depression from the pressure they receive on social media. So, you know, I hope this.
We all know the bad comments get to you way faster than the good ones. Everybody always notices about the bad comments, but sometimes it may be just good to like turn off social media. I mean, you know, you got a legitimate injury. No need to go back and forth with people on social media, boxers or fans.
All right, callers then, huh?
Yes, sir.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
All right, we're going out to Bo in Bama. Talk to me.
What's good, Bo?
To this day, can I please get there to this day, Patrick Day, baby?
To this day. To this day. To this day.
Bo, how'd you bet him?
Funny. That's the first. I had just bet him straight up for the win. I didn't pick by what method of victory. I didn't pick none of that. I just threw a little 30-piece on him. You know what I'm saying? And I won. That wasn't the biggest bet I won of the weekend. I didn't have the odds y'all had. But I just threw 30 on him just because based off the conversation I was having. I just felt like it sounded legit, so I tried it. I should have joined with y'all, though. Yes, sir. But shout out to you, Ness, for bringing that name up. What y'all think about the Kovalev, man? What y'all think about who next for him? I got somebody in mind.
Any of the champions, man.
I think Gobchek probably next for him.
Probably Better Be is probably the easiest fight for him on.
Better Be. What about you, Ness? Who you got? Give me somebody, anybody.
I mean, Better Be. I think he's possible to get stopped versus Kovalev, because Kovalev still got power. I mean,
come on, Marcus Brown, bro. Marcus Brown.
Yeah, I mean, isn't he the man? Nah, Marcus
he's going the other way.
Got another route. Marcus got another route. I don't know who realistically Kovalev gets at this point.
I mean, Bivens main event, so they're both.
Hopefully, Kathy Duva could do more business with Bob and keep him on ESPN. Even though he don't look like his ESPN material.
If y'all would have had a live fight chat, you'd have a good opponent in mind for him. If we would have did that live fight chat, I wish we could have did that, man. That would have been cool.
Dude, I wanted to, but that fight ain't start till almost 1 in the morning over there at 12:45.
Mike, get Anthony Yarde to fight him, Mike.
Yeah, probably be the guy that Yarde gonna fight.
Yeah, that'll be lunch meat for Kovalev too. Hey,
what?
Yo,
wait a minute. Tundi told you they gonna do him? You bugging, man. They bugging.
Frank Warren, WBO. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, but they ain't gonna go after Kovalev. Not after he just was able to outbox
him. Not. She damaged goods.
He from what y'all saying, he ain't look damaged.
He didn't look damaged that night. He threw over 800 damn punches, man.
What up, Bo? Go ahead.
It was fighting a guy that didn't want to be there.
All right, now you tripping.
With that Coogan smoke, but that Mark Fury, we ain't forget about Mark Fury when he called in.
Oh, you know, he ain't
Coogan,
called.
Mark Fury was up.
He ain't signed up.
He ain't signed up. Oh man, he was talking king shit on the over the line. He ain't signed up though. I believe it.
Yeah. Justin, talk to me, Jersey.
Yo.
Justin, what up?
All right, so I'm gonna go live on YouTube in about 5 seconds. So I'm gonna do my little.
What's going on, little Justin, man? What's going on, baby? How life treating you, homie?
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Free Fights TV or Justin Dempsey, and we doing a podcast with my favorite YouTube channel, The Boxing Voice. All right, first, have you heard people calling Gervonta Davis Kid Tyson? Have you heard them call that? Hello?
Kid Tyson?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a version of Tyson, you know, a little bit.
Yes, yeah, something like that. I didn't hear the phrase Kid Tyson, but
like a little baby version of Mike Tyson.
Yeah, like baby Tyson.
I mean, he does have power just like Tyson, but he has a lot of bad people and controversy around his career, just like Tyson. I'm talking quick because this interview, they make it short, guys. He hasn't been active, and I will remind you, he's only 24. And just like Tyson's career, at a young age, his career is already going south. And I will remind you, he still needs that signature win. I mean, his next opponent, Hugo something, Ruiz, like, get that bullshit out of here, man. He needs to step up in class. This is PBC with their original bullshit, having a big star fighting, I won't say bum, I mean, Ruiz, he has a pretty good record, but, like, he versed an opponent 2 fights ago that had, like, 28 wins, 11 losses. So, now to the, what's your opinion on that?
I mean, it's not his fault, right? Like Abner Mares, we just spoke about it. Abner Mares was in a, you know, he's got a detached retina, so it's kind of like he's stuck in that situation.
But I will remind you, Gervonta Davis's bully fight. I mean, he's what's it like, bully division? He's like too big for his own division.
I mean, as long as you can make weight, bro, you allowed to be in the division.
Well, he didn't make weight in the co-main event of Mayweather-McGregor.
And he was penalized for that. Remember, he lost his belt.
Yeah, I know. Now to the heavyweight division. And y'all might hate what I'm saying, and y'all can spam the chat saying fuck you to me, but I don't give a shit. I'm going to express my opinion.
Whoa.
AJ is talking about mandatories, negotiations, and I'm like, okay, fuck all that. AJ is the biggest star in heavyweight division right now, but he's also the biggest sucker. Wilder and Fury.
Hey, Justin, you know, that's your 3 minutes, but damn, why? I mean, hey, even Justin's frustrated with AJ. Let's get to Master.
How old is Justin?
I know, there's a lot of swear words,
man.
We don't encourage that.
Jersey, B.
Okay.
Out here with that soft shit. Shut that soft shit up. Tell them, Justin, we don't play that soft shit. They trying, yo, come on, B. Elms, what it do?
What's going on?
Wait.
Fuck over here, 225, UK. First thing, shout out to Nostradamus for that Patrick Day. We ate good this week. All you guys sign up to beating the odds. I want to say, Ness, I don't know how you made this about Wilder. My boy Dillan Whyte is clearly saying, I just want the fight. Forget the rematch. I'll rather wait for my mandatory, which Eddie said the fight will be called for September. He said, I'll wait for that, take the 80-20%, just so I don't have a rematch clause. Just so if I beat AJ, I am the king. I decide how everything goes. This nigga's still not here, is he? Yeah.
He walked away on your call, but he walked away from your call.
Hey, Mike, stop drinking and stop gambling on blackjack.
Yo, B. So you saying it's not the same situation? I'm not really following you.
Yeah, because he's leveraging the fact that he has a mandatory position that's probably gonna get called for September.
Bro, you can't leverage what you don't got.
No, you don't understand. Forget leverage. He's basically saying, I'll rather wait than take what you're giving me.
Oh, so isn't that what Wilder's saying? I'd rather not take your fight.
Wait. But Wilder don't have a mandatory. That's the difference. Dylan has a mandatory. He said, I'm gonna wait for my mandatory.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it, and I'm on the A side. That's it. Full stop.
All right. And Wilder said, I'm gonna go fight. Wilder said, I'm gonna go fight Fury and come back with that leverage.
Yeah, that's not why Wilder's a duck. Wilder's a duck because he's sending people texts and saying that I'm not gonna fight you for 2 years. That's why we call Wilder a duck. Dylan's saying, I'd rather wait for my mandatory to fight you, so I am the total A side. Even today, Wilder sent another tweet saying to AJ, I won't fight you for 2 years. That's why Wilder gets called a duck, not because of the other things he's done.
Wilder's done playing to the beat of Eddie and AJ's drum, just like AJ at Dillian is done.
I agree.
People are done, man. People are done with the ridiculous tactics. Listen, this rematch and that 50-50, how the fuck you asking for 50-50 of a US rematch? You ain't even from over here. You just came over here.
That's not.
We not negotiating with nobody who's not sensible.
Bro, I agree with the fact that AJ at the beginning had messed up practices against Wilder. Towards the end, all right, he's trying to negotiate and Wilder don't want to hear it. That's cool. But Dylan and Wilder's situation is completely different. Dylan's saying, I got my mandatory. I'll rather wait. It's going to get called this year. I'll take 20% just so I have everything afterwards.
Yeah, but you can't pin that because Wilder don't have a mandatory to do that. Exactly. If he had that, he could have probably did the same thing.
They're not in the same boat. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Don't say
they are, bro. They are in the same boat. It's just you want it to be the literal boat. They in the same boat, bro. They both had two different options, and they decided to go with their secondary option instead of fighting AJ for obvious reasons, financial reasons.
Okay. For number one, Wilder, you might as well use my boomerang on this. It's gonna take a while. Wilder, yeah. Wilder and AJ are not negotiating at all. Forget Wilder. Forget people calling
him. Just be happy, man. Nostradamus won you some money this weekend.
Let him talk, man. He said he used his boomerang, Mike.
Yo, he's giving us two shit bets, by the way. Outside of Cheeseman, what was your last bet you told us to bet?
Rosales.
Stay strong, Elms. Stay strong in there, Elms.
Let's play this game.
So just know.
Stay strong, Elms. Elms, stay strong.
Charlie Edwards a fucking bum.
My voice.
He's
clearly go to
keep talking. I obviously fuck with Elms more than he fuck with me because so far I've given you a free North Face, my man.
Hey, stay on the same topic, Elms. Focus, my voice.
Yo, mute these guys, bro. Hey, listen. Yo, forget that. Forget the betting show. Forget that. Put that to the side. I told you to do Warrington and Dillan Whyte. You didn't listen, so it's 1-on-1. Forget that for the meantime. However, this Wilder situation, Wilder's a different topic. You can't say what Dillan Whyte's situation and point to Wilder. Wilder's not even negotiating, so Wilder's gonna fight Fury, and that's a totally different scenario. Once he beats Fury, he probably will get wherever he wants. But Dillan Whyte is on this side trying to get a world title. If he doesn't get the rematch, whatever he doesn't want, he's decided I have the right to say I'd rather wait for my shot and take those terms. I'm happy with those terms, the minimal terms. I would rather take the minimal terms just so I have the control at the end, just so I am really the champion and I'm the A side.
So how is that not the same thing from Wilder taking the $15 million flat fee just so
because this we don't understand. You guys speak for Wilder. Wilder said earlier, all right, cool, I'll take the flat fee. It didn't work. I'll take percentage. Cool. Since that time, since he decided to fight Fury, which was how many months ago, the offers have been coming in.
1 month ago, bro. 1 month ago.
Said,
you know, it's 1 month.
Whoa, they haven't negotiated. It's literally since the Fury fight was signed,
bro. It's like actually 2 months. All of December, all of January.
No, Wilder's not negotiating with no one. He's doing it with Fury. He's not negotiating with Joshua. Wilder doesn't even look into the direction. So I don't understand how you're talking for Wilder saying we want this and we want that when he's not even saying that himself. He has never stated a fact a number since that first initial introduction.
Bro,
they
but why are you guys? I don't get you guys. Like, why are you guys mad at that? He said that about 8 weeks ago.
Bro, I'm not even mad at none of that. I'm just saying, don't put Dillian into that boat over there, because that boat is there. Is Wild his own thing.
No, it's the same.
Man, be happy, man. AJ's fighting Miller. Dillian Whyte fighting.
Trying to run narrative. Your boy Wilder.
It's the same boat. It's the same boat, homie.
Hey, I'm out.
It's the same boat. You trying to get Dillian out that boat. Meanwhile, he out here saying all the same shit. Now he even saying the 50 million real. Now he even saying he's seen the 50 million. Get your ass out of there, bro. He's the UK version of Wilder. He went to the US, came back saying everything Wilder was saying. Come on, bro. We going to Jay in DC, Mastermind.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
Jay Hardcore Boxing. You don't know shit about boxing.
Boxingwords.com.
Okay.
Long day. What's up, my TBV family? A long day of boxing yesterday, man. I mean, I think I started watching boxing like 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon and did not finish until 2 o'clock this morning. I was drinking shots and coffee all at the same time, but it was worth all the whole thing. Hey, with this White thing, I mean, I hate to have to say it, but I'm going to have to go with Ness on this one. I don't want to sound like a butt boy, but on the real, though, I think White, at this point, realized he done developed himself into a pay-per-view star. He's making good money no matter who he fights now. And I just feel at this particular point, he is not in any rush to fight Anthony Joshua. Reason why is because right now, hey, whoever I fight right now, I'm on pay-per-view. I'm getting good money. I'm okay with that. If I fight Joshua right now, kicks my ass and the whole show stops. You know what I mean? So I think at this particular point, he's being smart. He done came over to the U.S. He's shopping himself. He's trying to get the best offers he can get right now. He came back with the whole thing talking about the 50 million is real and everything. So at this point, I don't think he's in a rush. He's talking about he needs 20 weeks for a VADA. He needs this, he needs that. A camp ain't nothing but 8 weeks. I just think that at this particular point, he's settled. Right now, he knows he can make money, and he can keep on moving. This weekend, Ness did find the Patrick Day, man. That was sweet. It was a positive 1,300. That's true. I did not get in on it. I don't know what I was thinking. I must have had a brain fart that comes with oldness. I don't know. Other than that, I think that's pretty much about it. I did call Kovalev. I did say that it would go a 12-round decision. Nobody was with me on that. Ness said that he didn't say that he actually said Kovalev has not had a draw. I mean, not a draw, but a
no. What I told you
in ages.
What I told you is that he only has 4 decisions in his life. He ain't gonna win this fight by decision. That's what I said. I said if he gonna win, it's gonna be by knockout. But I guess I was wrong.
Okay. I just want to make sure. That's exactly what I was about to say until you rudely interrupted me. But congratulations. You know, that was a good find that you made, and you got people paid. But that's what the mastermind is all about. We all getting together, putting our heads together, and finding the best things for our money. And that's what happened. This is Jay Hardcore, and no hashtag, don't shoplift. I'm out.
Jay, man, thanks for calling in. Let me see what we got. We got NO in New Orleans. Talk to me. Actually, NO, I gotta go to the mastermind. Shit. In there, no. R&V, talk to me.
What's good? You heard me? Like my fellow brother Jim Jones would say, boiling. But boy Patrick Day came through. You hear me? You know, hey everybody, man, sign us a Patreon. You know, I ain't never. That was my first real big bet I ever won. I don't really bet like that. You know, I play poker, but I don't really bet like them numbers and stuff. And so, you know, I then started doing that, and I hit a couple of times. You know, even though Hart killed the whole shit. You know, if he'd have fought the last 2 rounds, he probably would have won money on Hart. But that's neither here nor there.
Bruh,
shout
you
out to
the
everybody.
champ, though. You won the most. You had the most. You had the most balls, man.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, let's get past that. Them people watching. So, like I was saying, it was a good fight. I'm glad everybody not supporting the Super Bowl, staying with Cap. And one thing I could say is we should probably should have went with Jay Harko because if you think logically, and I think if we'd have thought more logically, Kovalev couldn't have won by knockout because that's what he was trying to do last time, and he lost. And he kept complaining about conditioning, and he kept complaining about he needed a referee. I mean, he needed a corner to tell him to chill. So the only way he was going to win was by chilling. So technically, the only way he basically told us how he was only going to way to win, and that was by being patient. So we probably should have went that way. That was actually a good look by Jay Harko. But yeah, man, it was a good day yesterday. Good day of boxing. I hope Dillian Whyte comes over to PBC. Just the way Eddie Hearn looked like I'm gonna use my boomerang status. The way Eddie Hearn looked like a female in that doggone that damn interview with him and Coogan was just kissing each other, trying to. I don't know what that A and B conversation was trying to tackle Dillian Whyte on, like trying to catch him on certain stuff. That was sickening. I was like, what is you, a reporter, or you Matchroom interview or something like that?
What you mean?
That video with him and Eddie was just like it was like almost semiotic. The way they were just like, where you going? How you doing? Why you going over there? Aren't you not happy? And like he didn't text Eddie or that was bro. Eddie don't just be turning around no corners. Ron then told us how hard it is to get Eddie. So Eddie just so happened to turn around corner while he talking to Dillian Whyte.
But listen, IFL, I'm told by Jack, you should have seen that. IFL gets special bands. They the only ones allowed in the back.
No, I'm not talking about the back part. I'm talking about, you think while he's first of all, he was caping in the beginning for Matchroom, talking about why is you going to America? You not happy with da-da-da? You think
but I think he was
people...
nah. R&B, you telling me you didn't want to know the answer to that question? I think those was the right questions to ask.
I don't. No. I'm not saying it wasn't the right questions. What it was it was more like it's not. It wasn't a why were you flirting? It was like, come on, man, you shouldn't flirt with those guys. Like you shouldn't flirt with those guys.
Really?
I think he was. I don't think it was question of out of pure curiosity. I think it was question of, you need to stop doing what you're doing, curiosity. Like you going against the apple cart. Why is you doing it? And I really want to know, how much is he really getting paid off these pay-per-views in the UK? Because from Jack of the Truth told me he about getting $5 million. So you think PBC can't get him with that back end money up to $5 million? And if you become a US star, then you get way more money in the long term. So this whole narrative that he needs to stay with Matchroom ain't got no more fighters for him. For what? He need to come to America, talk that slick talk.
Well, nah, man, if you watch the interview, he made a good point. He said, look, AJ is under pressure to go to the zone. So who's Sky gonna have? Who's Sky gonna have? They need him. He said,
no, but there's a key word, pressure on the zone to fight in America. Because what they want is American subscribers. We have the biggest base of customers, and they want American subscribers. So he wants them to fight in America. That was a key thing. He said he's getting pressure from the zone to fight in America. Not to fight in the UK, but in America. So
yeah, basically, I agree with R&B.
Yeah, but if you're Sky, if AJ fights in the US, Sky can't do a pay-per-view, so they losing. You don't get it?
What did the zone say? We don't have pay-per-view. They don't give a fuck.
But that's my point. That's my point. So if you're Sky, if AJ fights in the US, you lose. Sky only makes pay-per-view in the UK. You get it?
Hey,
so if the zone is pressuring, listen, if the zone is pressuring AJ to go to the US and do US fights to attract US subscribers, so Sky can't make money off that. Don't y'all get it?
I understand it, but check this out. Look what position they in. They sound desperate. Well, how do you be a
If
power?
AJ fights on the zone, Sky will run it as a pay-per-view. Trust me.
You got 7 months, and I haven't heard one lit card yet. One card with man, they got Showtime cards is gonna be better than this coming up than the zone. The zone fight. Man, ESPN didn't put on better cards than the zone, and I pay $4.99 a month for that, and I get a whole bunch of original programming and stuff like that. We don't have no behind the scenes.
You should have never said that. You should have never said that because ESPN is whack. They charging us $5 a month. It's $5.99 actually for that shit.
$5.99 for what? Original programming too.
For ESPN.
Yeah, it has original programming. They have the 30 for 30.
Bro, I wouldn't give a fuck. They got commercials.
No, Ness. I'm gonna kill you right there. So what are they supposed to do with live sports? Live sports. You want them to sit there at the screen like how they do?
Yes, I want them to go to the fucking corner like HBO does. Ron.
What corner?
What you mean? What corner?
What do you mean? Just sit at the corner? I'm talking about the BT. You know how they do it on BT where they just shoot it back and there's nothing there? And you're just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting.
That's what fill-in fights are for. That's what fill-in fights are for. I'm not paying for commercials. When I pay $5.99 to Showtime a month, I don't get commercials.
Yeah, you do.
What?
They show you Showtime commercials.
Man. Bruh, that's
exactly.
There's time.
No.
You can't fast forward the sporting event.
A promo is not a commercial. Stop it. I was watching commercials for Corona and other things on TV. It was not showing me upcoming programming.
Bro, but ESPN is always
on a specific sport, no less. Okay,
ESPN has always had the ESPN logo sitting there
with commercials.
They've always had ESPN logo sitting there.
Commercials, okay? I'm not paying $5 for commercials. They should not be charging me and putting on commercials. Because when I pay for HBO, and I know there's no more boxing on HBO, but I still got HBO, guys. Like on my cable, I still pay $10 a month for HBO, $10 for Showtime, $10 for Star. I think actually Star comes with free with Encore. Then I got $10 for Cinemax.
We get off the discussion.
No, we not. It's $10. You charging me $5.
Quality programming. But the crux I'm talking about, the zone is not providing quality programming. Not for no $10. Because all we're gonna really do, all real people about to do.
I like the zone. I like the zone. They better than ESPN.
And that's for live showing when they don't have anything to fill. If you go on demand or anything, there's no commercial. Like anything on ESPN prior, they've always had the ESPN will be right back, and it just plays the ESPN music.
Commercial. Hey, Harvey, your time been up too, man.
They did the ESPN like dun, 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 dun. They had that, and it's always sat there. So I'm sitting here waiting for something else to come in. So they just.
Ron,
it didn't bother me because that's how it always been.
Giving them an excuse, okay? You're a millennial. What the fuck do you think they can do with that dead time? What would you do?
Well, they can fill the dead time better, but
with what? Does it have to be a coming soon, or could they give us something? Does it have to be commercials? If they gave TBV an opportunity to fill that slot with time, what would we do? Come on, stop, man. We don't deserve commercials if you're paying for on-demand service. That's what we were told. So now we're paying for commercials.
Would you pay $10 for no commercials? Hulu does that. Like you pay more for no commercials. Would you do that?
I don't care what the price is. They tricked us.
But would you do that? I'm just asking.
They didn't say $5.99 a month and get commercials.
I'm asking though. Would you pay more?
And got 2 consecutive commercials.
Would you pay more with no commercials?
The corner. Show me what they telling Magdaleno as he getting beat up. Show me that.
Would you pay more
for what?
No commercials.
I'm not paying more. Why am I paying more? Showtime charging me $10 for no commercials. HBO, no commercials. I just went through the lineup, bro. Get out of there. They trying to cheat us, man, and y'all don't care, but I see it.
They put 15 minutes of promos on Showtime when a boxing event ends.
Okay, 15 minutes of promos. Which promo? Which promo? Boxing?
They show that one about the. Come on, bro.
What? Which one? Tell me.
They show that all their TV programs, all their TV shows after an event, they cut the show early. They just keep it.
All right. Let's say they show their upcoming programming. How is that equivalent to products that are being placed by advertisers to have the consumer go and purchase it? It's different. This is the network that you already pay because you already care about their programming, showing you what's next. Come on, Ron. You saying shit that Mike normally say. Got me calling you Mike. Yo.
Hey man, hold on, bro. Hold on, man. I ain't said shit.
Shots fired. Hope over there. Yo, let's go to Noah. I mean, actually, damn, it's back to NO. Noah, we going to you in a bit. We got to get to our boomerang. Everything is in order, man. It's Masterminds, boomerang. It's pound for pound. That's the way it's going down. But we going to make sure we don't get flagged on this intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella. And he comes from the Magnolia.
Ooh. What's good? What's good, bro? Another show on my anniversary, you know what I'm saying? That's when I first called in. Couple years back, Super Bowl. You dig? We boycotting this motherfucker. Yeah, shout out to New Orleans. Y'all did it big. It looked like Mardi Gras down there. But let's get back to the boxing, you know what I'm saying? I got to hold back on that cursing on the show too, man. We got kids on the show, man. Shout out to the kids. We let the kids. Ain't no let the kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit get wild, man. Shout out to Ness. Shout out to Ness, though. All on the boxing buddies, though. All on the boxing buddies, man. You not name another show, guy. Man, look, check this out, bro. And I heard little bro. No, man, Ness, we been knowing what was going on. This dude told you he knew a couple of months back, man, what the fight was gonna be, man. It was gonna be Big Baby Miller, you know what I'm saying? Then after Miller, he probably gonna fight Usyk or something, man. This already planned, like, man. Think about what Elder Hearn dad had been saying, man. He's telling you what's going on. He's telling you that the winner of the Fury and Wilder fight, that he's saying that himself, man. They ought to get 50-50. I heard this man say this out his own mouth. The winner of the Fury Wilder fight deserves 50-50. You don't think Eddie Hearn know that shit? Eddie Hearn know what he's doing. They building the fight up, man, and everybody falling into this shit just like some sheep, man. We doing all this shit every day on this show, bro. And these people already got that shit planned, man. Wilder's gonna fight Fury again. We don't know if that's gonna be a third fight or not, man. Then after that, we trying to see who's gonna fight Brazil. Might be Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte ain't gonna fight Ortiz. And so I don't even know why they throwing Ortiz's name out there. It's either gonna be for Vecant or it's gonna be for the WBC mandatory spot with Brazil, man. I can see this shit, but this shit like a movie I'm watching. And I saw this movie before. And it don't end well for the fans, man. This shit is looking just like Pacquiao Mayweather again. And let me answer another question you have put out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to know why negotiation is so hard for Anthony Johnson? Because he ain't Mayweather. What other proof y'all need? You know what I'm saying? Mayweather ain't never had no problem making no fight. We always saying these fighters like Joshua and Thurman and these cats ain't Mayweather. That's why shit going the way it's going. Wasn't nobody disrespecting Mayweather at that time when he was the man. Wasn't nobody disrespecting Mayweather and doing all that shit. Man, everybody coming at these cats now. Talking Chris.
Use that boomerang status, boomeranger. Noah. Damn, Noah, you almost gonna make it, baby. I got you. I swear to God, I got you.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, son, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
Yo, TBV, what up, though?
What up, Stainless?
You know, ain't nothing, man. Another beautiful Sunday. I forgot the Super Bowl today. I don't like that shit anyway. I'm like Ness, man. Boxing on. But since we all boycotting, fuck it, gonna boycott that shit too. Shout out to my man, what's his name? Justin? That kid 11 years old for real?
Yeah,
All right, well, shout out to him, because that little cat knew what the fuck he was talking about. That's a shame that we got an 11-year-old who got a better idea of what's going on instead of boxing than half the motherfuckers in the UK. Going to the fights this weekend. Unfortunately, you know, I'm a workaholic, so I was at work for half of them. Excuse me for the background noise. I'm working now. The only one I saw, I don't even remember what I saw, was Temofimo Lopez, man. Great fight. That dude, man, needs to fight Lomachenko. He don't need another fight, man. Lomachenko need to stop playing and go to fight that cat so he can get knocked the fuck out. The Kovalev fight, I don't know what the fuck ESPN was on. Was it 12 o'clock in the morning shit? I mean, I'm in the Central Time Zone, but that's still 11 o'clock at night. That fight didn't come on until 12, almost 12:15. You know what I'm saying? That's late as fuck for a fight, man. But we got to see it. Yeah, Kovalev survived again. Good job by Buddy Mcgirt for turning a puncher into a boxer, man. He's well known for doing that. That dude's reputation continues to live up, or his name continues to live up to his reputation. So shouts out to him for that. Dillian Whyte shit, that's ironic, man. I was just watching that shit last night since y'all wasn't doing no live fight set. It wasn't so much the fact that the fight wasn't made, but the fact that the man said when he came to the U.S., you know what I'm saying, his eyes got open to what was really going on out there. So maybe that's something that the rest of the sheep need to listen to take heed to and consideration, because clearly, man, there's something going on over there which either y'all not addressing or y'all too strong in y'all solidarity to admit to. So shouts out to Dillian Whyte for being honest with us over there in the UK, cleaning himself off of that pine water. But sure. See, I can't stop working even when I try. As I always say, please make sure that you push the thumbs up and share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. Man, I'll push one if I can get back in. Thanks for the listen.
Big ups to you, Stanley, man. Thanks for calling in, brother. We appreciate your Patreon-ship and everything else that you do for the Boxing Voice.
And appreciate everyone in the chat and everyone listening and watching. This Super Bowl was not good, so I appreciate you guys here with the livest boxing channel. Mike, you
Super Bowl.
You chilling over there.
Super Bowl?
Chilling over there, man. You on your Kirk Obang, Zero, Down South, Bun B, Pimp C swag.
I'm right now. I am drunk as fuck. I feel like everything I say can and will be used against me in a court of TBV.
Oh, so you ain't trying to say nothing live. So Mike, just quiet. This is the quietest Mike I've ever heard of any show. There was no interruptions, peaceful. Mike's been so quiet, man.
Hey, I'm learning not to cut people off.
Mike over there drunk watching the Super Bowl. That's what the fuck is happening.
Dude, how am I watching the Super Bowl when I'm facing the fucking wall, my nigga?
Oh man, stop stunting, B. We think we don't know you. We know you, B.
What's the score, Mike?
Noah, talk to me.
Yeah, what's poppin', TVV, man? All right. To the UK caller earlier that was talking about Deontay Wilder's situation is not the same as Dillian Whyte. It's fucking retarded. Like, he's like, Dillian Whyte has a mandatory. Dillian Whyte has a mandatory. Bitch, Wilder got the WBC, bitch. The crown jewel of all of fuck that, man. Don't unifications trump mandatories? Don't they? Ain't that what we always say?
Yep, unifications typically do trump mandatories.
So what the fuck is he talking about? Like, what kind of premises? Like, I mean, what the fuck is that? Two, that little kid is fire, man. He got to be a regular on there, man. That dude was like, I don't give a shit about none of that bitch ass shit. He dope, super dope. Kovalev, I knew he could box. Didn't know he could box like that. Like, he really just was Buddy Mcgirt. Like, he just neutralized him, man. I thought that a leader just had his number. You know what I mean? I thought he was going to come in like he always do and try to fight, but he stood strong, stayed in the pocket, worked him from the outside, picked him apart kind of, and ran him into a lot of shots, man. A lot of shots, man. But, yeah, what else?
Richard Commey, Temofimo Lopez.
Temofimo Lopez, night, man.
Oh, my God. Temofimo Lopez. I'm with old boy, man. He needs to fight Lomachenko, man. I mean, I could just see old boy, what's the old boy name? The other dude, that was the first time I ever seen him. I didn't even know he was black.
You talking about Devin Haney or Lomachenko?
No. The dude that's supposed to fight Lomachenko name.
Richard Commey.
Commey. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen him. But the way his style and his delivery.
You saw him against Robert Easter. You probably just didn't realize it.
Oh wow! But I just I didn't see that. But anyway, like his delivery system, bro, it just seemed like Lomachenko can get around that. Like it just seemed he seemed too a little too stiff, man. Like not as dynamic. No special effects, homie. And Lomachenko's all about them special effects. So if your delivery system is kind of like, you punching on the line, you ain't gonna have too much success against him. He's never on the line, never, ever. He's always to the left of it, to the right of you. He never's dead center. So I'd rather see Temofimo Lopez fight him than him, to be honest with you. But hey, if Commey got the belt and Comey's the one, then unifications trump all that other shit, man. So we're not gonna turn a hypocrite like Ness did, because Ness, man, if you want to say that Dillian Whyte is any different than Wilder, then we got to salute Dillian Whyte too. He can't be no duck if Wilder ain't no duck. If it's the same shit, it's the same shit, man. He just not stupid. Nigga, he's gonna use that mandatory.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I haven't interrupted you, buddy.
And that's confused me with that, because I said, hold on, you call Wilder a duck too, but Ness wanted to play that game, so.
I see it made the point. It's driving it home. Let's go to this new caller. Don't know your name, buddy, because you didn't put any.
I always use every argument for his benefit. I see it's driving the point home.
That's debating 101. If you can't do that, get out. You gotta
bro. Listen, I told you it was a double standard. I wanted to do that show separate from this show. The double standard is like, whoa.
He was premeditated. That's how to marinated that.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this show all morning. But Mr. New Caller, don't know because he's just full of numbers there. We'll start with what do you got there? I think we're gonna call you 6C. 6C on Skype. If you made an account recently and you sent the request, okay, there we go. You just had your mic hot, baby, but then.
What's up? You hear me?
I hear you now. What's up?
Oh, nothing much, man. And Max Kellerman, they got to get rid of him ASAP.
Oh, this is Kevin from Chicago.
Yep. Max Kellerman, man. His boring, his freaking, he's a bully. Count how many times Max Kellerman said the word bully leading up to this fight. That's all he does. He comes in there and tries to be all dramatic with these lame storylines. Man, just call the fight down the middle. You don't have to have some over dramatic effects. Kovalev's he's a bully. Let's see how he responds. Is he mentally weak? Blah, blah, blah. They got to get rid of him ASAP. What do you guys think of that?
It's the same story he's always said. I think that's Kovalev's storyline that he brings from Andre Ward, because that was the whole thing. Andre Ward was saying Kovalev was the bully and stuff like that. So I think that was just bringing that same storyline. So it could be the dynamics between Max and Andre, because we know Max likes Andre. They work together on HBO.
Yeah, man, I don't really like it. Just because people are saying, he's a puncher. He's just a puncher. He outboxed Andre Ward in the first fight. People are forgetting that. He was a boxer in that fight. He can do both. He can knock people out and he can box. So I don't really get this he's a bully. But I'm glad he proved a lot of haters wrong, man. People were counting him out. They said he was washed up. He was done. And, man, he boxed a shutout. And two of those scorecards, 116, 112, that's just more typical horrendous boxing cards judging. I thought it was 120 to 108. I thought he boxed a shutout. I maybe gave Alvarez one round. But besides that, Kovalev was on point all night, dancing around him. What do you guys think of those two scorecards?
I thought they were I didn't like the scorecards. I thought Kovalev dominated. I agree with you 100%. A lot of ringside reporters actually had if you go on Twitter and look at what the ringside reporters had, they were really bad. They had it like a round or two, Kovalev winning by a round or two. So I didn't see what they saw. But yeah, I agree. That was a pure dominant Kovalev fight. And I thought Kovalev beat Andre the first time too.
Yeah. Who's that clown? Mike Coppinger? He's just mad because Kovalev banned him. So he's got a little personal vendetta against him. We gotta get there. There's too much of that stuff in boxing, like that politics, where he got a grudge against him, so I'm gonna hold it against him, and it's a fair, not call it down the middle. That's bullshit. Him and the other dude got it completely wrong. I don't know what their deal is. He got a little personal vendetta against them, but that shit like that is killing boxing. And I did want to talk about this Lopez dude because people are high on him, man. He's like the next big thing, but he hasn't faced nobody. Let's get him in there against a high-ranked opponent, someone worthy. That dude looked 2 weight classes bigger than him. He looked and the other dude he first, Maynard. Who the hell is that bum, Maynard?
Bruh, Deigo Magdaleno is definitely somebody. And I'm not gonna say like, right home to mom somebody, but for Teofimo to fight him on his 11th fight, yeah, bro, you cannot complain. You can only be impressed that is the name on his resume after his 11th fight. Come on, let's be real. That is very, very impressive. Let alone Mason Menard as number 10. You guys are not keeping that in perspective. Like his record, the amount of fights that he has. Like he's in there with Magdaleno, who has over 30-something fights. That is experience, okay? And pedigree. His brother is Jesse. They've been trained with numerous trainers from Ishmael Salas to Joel Diaz. Like, stop it. Paulie, Super Chat King, what it do?
Man, what up, Ness, dog? I ain't holler at y'all in a minute, man. What's good, TBV? What's up, Ron? What's up, Mike? You ain't sleep over there, is you?
He's still here. He's alive.
Nah, baby, you know me. I'm all good, man. Just sitting here drinking and thinking, goddammit.
Man, you over there watching them niggas.
Sound like he's stressed out, man.
That's all he made a.
I think he hitting the drink, texting his BM, man. I see him.
He betted on the wrong team. That's what Mike did. He betted on the wrong team.
Like, girl, man, we won big.
I ain't bet on nobody for the football game.
You should just come over.
And Mike, how you ain't gonna cut nobody off, man? You gotta cut somebody off for this damn episode over. But look, Ness, you right, man. Them ESPN, that whole presentation was fucked up. They had you switch from ESPN.
Hey, bro. You know what I was doing the other day, man? I was out here chilling. Goddamn, man, had a barbecue grill going and shit.
That's my off. I hear you, Mike.
Hey, you encouraged it, so that's what you get.
Hey, I know. I was waiting for it. But yeah, that ESPN shit whack, man. It's the wackest out of all the apps, honestly, bro.
90
that shit whack
seconds.
when you gotta switch back from one thing to the next. That shit garbage, bro. Like, that shit mess up the whole flow. And I'll be wanting to see the corner and listen to the corner. Fuck them commercials. We pay. We shouldn't even have to watch commercials. Let the motherfuckers who ain't pay watch commercials. Fuck that shit. And shout out to my little homie Justin, man. He be spitting that fire too. He need to cut back on the cussing, man. Stay a kid. Don't be trying to grow up too fast. But Teofimo knocked that motherfucker clean out. Hey, that was crazy how my man Jesse came up in there though. Like he wanted that smoke.
Who?
You know, even when Theo tried, Jesse his brother, Magdaleno brother, came up in there after Theo knocked him out and did that celebration on him.
Word?
Y'all ain't peeped that?
Nah.
Yeah, he ran up in that bitch. They had to hold him back, bro.
Oh, I didn't know that. I have to go look. I did not know that happened.
Yo,
Jesse
listen.
wanted that smoke.
Yo.
Oh no, don't do that, Ness.
Man, you bringing this dude back up?
What?
Well,
what happened? I just sneezed. What happened?
What did you say, Ness? I didn't hear anything.
Freaking that Nihao guy in.
Who?
Look, I forgot the guy's name. What's the guy's name, Ron? You know him, the little
Isaac Dogbe.
guy.
What y'all talking about, though? What y'all talking about, though?
I don't know, man. Look. I'm just saying ESPN trash. TBV is the best. I want to see Theo definitely knock the fuck out of Lomachenko. It's gonna be a good fight. My man Buddy Mcgirt did his thing with Kovalev. I like how Andre Ward wasn't biased. He was very honest in his commentary. Straight up. What else happened last night? I missed it because I was working. But shout out to TBV, man. Shout out to Stainless. That nigga must work the same schedule as me. TBV is TBE. I'm out.
Paulie, man, you the man. Looks like we got a super chat. I'm refreshing here.
Rhythm and Violence.
He says, Patrick Day super chat. We need Patrick on the show. I got his number. I text him, but it's Sunday, man. He ain't answer. He just won big. And he says, we need that IBO champ on the show. AB of Africa. And the super chat for Ron and Jack for your dedication and reporting. RV, man, you the man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, RV, man. RV is the truth, man. Appreciate it.
Kind words. We're going to Bullet. Talk to me.
Yo, Ness, what's going on, B?
Drive by. Ignore that drive by, Bullet. Ignore that. But you on speakerphone, baby.
Give me a second.
We're going to get back to you, man. Get that back together. We're going to go to Troy in Baltimore. Talk to me.
What's up? What's up? Hey, Nestor. Don't start my time yet. Let me just ask a question of you, and then I'll get into, the subject matter.
What up?
You will be in a super asshole on Friday.
Yeah, I mean,
that, right?
Sometimes you got to be that way, man.
And then I watched your fight with Hayes, and Hayes clearly beat you.
I mean, you obviously ain't.
Dang.
Listen. I don't expect him.
You,
I don't expect him to say anything different. It's not like we don't call. Like he doesn't call in here and is consistently on the opposing side of me. So for him to be on the opposing side of this,
I'm a very even. I'm an even keel guy.
Allegedly,
I'm still
allegedly, but we all know that you're the guy.
With me.
No, it is allegedly because we all know. I have to remind the public that you are the guy that called in here and swore on everything that Wilder was fighting Brazil and not Tyson Fury.
That's
remember?
The only clip you have in your gun for me, right?
No, but that is the silver.
That's the only one we need, homie.
That's the silver bullet. That's the silver bullet because you swore on everything, and we kept telling you like, "Yo, bro, like."
I must be okay. Fine. Okay, you shot that silver bullet at me 1,000 times. I'm still here. I guess I'm immortal, right? Speak your piece. I said Hayes beat you after you talked. You talked and talked. You had me thinking you were some top amateur or some guy that
top amateur. Top amateur.
Yeah, man,
no,
I didn't think you was a.
No,
I didn't think you was a pro.
No, I'm a novice. I'm a novice with real balls. I'm a novice with real balls.
I mean, yeah. You okay? Look, Ness. I'm sorry for my voice. I'm still sick, but the truth is, I actually thought you knew more than what you did.
That's
I
cool.
Thought you knew more.
That's cool, but listen,
because
we both
know. I was gonna get.
We both know that you didn't watch the actual fight. You watched.
I watched you and Hayes fight. I watched it on what you call it?
On what?
I watched it.
On what?
I actually watched it on YouTube. I found it on YouTube and watched it.
Exactly. So that's not the fight. Like you watching a side version of a fight. Like that's not the fight. Watch the fight on Patreon. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Ness, I don't mean no. I don't mean no harm.
And how do you lose? Listen. Do the math.
All right, go ahead, bro.
Do the math. Tell me.
Go ahead.
No, explain your card. Explain your card. You said I lost the fight. You said I lost the fight. How'd I lose it?
Yeah, because he was hitting you more, man. He was hitting you clearly more.
So he won every round? So he won every round, or he won one round? Like
I didn't say he won every round.
But you said I lost the fight. How do I lose the fight? Is it not by rounds? Like how do you?
He was landing the cleaner punches, Nestor.
Okay, so did I lose every round?
He was landing the cleaner punches.
Okay, so did I lose every round?
Okay, Nestor, y'all stop talking in circles with me because that actually doesn't work.
Well, I need to know.
I was saying to you,
I need to know the way that you score a fight, right? Is round by round. So I'm asking you, did I lose every round? Is that hard?
You didn't lose every round. Neither one of you lost every round.
Okay, so
he would come back.
How many rounds? How many rounds?
But he landed the cleaner.
How many rounds would you say I won?
I would honestly, I wouldn't say that you won too many rounds, man.
Okay, but it's a 3-round fight.
In the round,
you're wasting your time on this call because it's a 3-round fight.
He had bigger moments than you in the round. Is what I'm telling you. Which is how if I was scoring it, I would say that. but let me say this right before I jump off. Right, the guy that I was gonna ask to step in the border was if you ever came to the East Coast and did it. I'm not even gonna waste the time with that. He's an amateur. He's an amateur, but the truth is.
But that's fine. We got amateurs. We got amateurs for him. We do this. We do this. Listen, brother. We do this accordingly.
Okay, go ahead.
We do this accordingly.
Okay.
It's per your experience. We're not trying to get anyone killed.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. When you come to the East Coast, I will talk to the brother who owns the gym, and if he wants to, and I'll set you to him so you can talk and you can go about doing that. But the truth is, I got a 29-year-old daughter who can whoop your ass. I've been training her since she was 6.
I mean, that's cool.
She's 6'1".
That's cool. That's cool. Your 29-year-old daughter get knocked the fuck out too.
Okay, that's what you think. That's the truth.
God damn, Ness, you don't pull no punches, do you, homie?
Yo, that says no.
What you want me to pull? What you want me to pull?
What?
What you want me to pull? The only thing. Your statement been over. How much time you think you gonna get for free?
No. When she heard his show Friday,
it's all right. Tell her to hear it on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Tell her to sign up the Border Wars. Then you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know what you want me.
Yo, no.
Hey man, we ain't fighting no women now, bro. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, we
ain't doing that, homie.
What? I sparred a girl. What?
We ain't doing that.
I sparred Shade Green, who signed the Porter. I don't care what he talking about. The one thing I know is novice, lost the fight, won the fight. My power's real. I knock his daughter smooth the fuck out, and then he'll be mad. He'll be mad. She could beat me up all them rounds, but when I land that one punch, she going to sleep. Simple. It's simple. That's what I do know. That's what I do know. I've done pad work with professional pad, with Porter, like I've done it with Terrific. Nigga, like I've done it with every other coach. They tell me they felt the power. I will knock his daughter out. That's his problem for putting her out there. That ain't my problem. We ain't talking about a street fight or in the bar. She gonna get in the ring with Ness and get knocked out. That ain't my problem. That's his problem for putting her there. I didn't do that. I would never put my daughter in the ring with a man. See, I ain't doing that. But this is a dude who's butt hurt, running around watching illegal footage of the fight because he sent me a message. I knew where he was coming. He sent me a message on Facebook like, yo, where can I watch your fight? He's obsessed with me. He talking about his daughter and his man. We the same age. Get your ass in the ring. Over here getting all these other people. Bullet, you ready?
This Ness is so
Yo, what's up, Ness? What's going on, Ron? Mike? Yo, Ness, you foul, man. That shit was extra funny. How you say you knocked his daughter out. That's crazy.
Hey, he the one want her to fight.
Nah, I hear that, bro. I hear that. That shit was just funny. Yo, as far as the Kovalev fight,
that's Kovalev.
It better, man. My fault, Mike. What you say?
I ain't saying shit, bro.
Oh yeah. Nah, yeah. Yo, Kovalev looked good, but Alvarez didn't really throw as much as he or I guess try as hard as he seemed in the first fight. I guess in my eyes, I don't know. But I've always liked Kovalev, so that was a good win. I was pulling for him like I pulled for him the first time. I'm glad I didn't have to eat crow this time. But I've always liked Valdez too. He looked really good. I know the opponent wasn't all that, but it was good just to see him back anyways. Did y'all see the opponent? He proposed to his girl after the fight, even though he lost. That was pretty crazy. And then
yeah, we saw that.
Why is that crazy? Why is everybody finding that crazy?
Nah, I mean, it was cool. It was cool if you said, if you say yes still. And I mean, I guess it was a happy moment for them. But
it was cool if you won.
Usually,
he lost, bro.
That's it. I don't know. But I mean, it was cool. And then Temofimo Lopez, that dude's a beast. I like him. He's pretty big. Y'all don't think he'll hit welterweight someday in the future?
Yeah, hell yeah. And he's at 140 right now.
Absolutely.
He's a little short.
135.
Oh, he's at 135. Oh, that's right. He won the Lomo fight. He is at 135. I don't know. We got to see. We got to see how tall he is. How tall is he
I don't
listed?
know. He seemed pretty. So he seemed like he's like 5'9", maybe. I could be wrong. I'm just speculating, but I don't know. He's a big kid, bro. He hits pretty hard too. Anytime he like hits somebody solid, like he moves them back. They don't just, you know, the Magdaleno dude. He had heart. I like the way he fight too, but he just couldn't take those punches. Temofimo Lopez was just way too big. I was watching that fight and I said I think that kid could hit 147 one day. But I know it's like way into the future, but that was just that. And I guess last thing is the Dillian Whyte thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like know too much as far as the politics and stuff like that. I just more or less watch the fights, but I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think Dillian is asking for a little too much against somebody he lost to already. I don't know. That's just the way it seems on the outside. I know he's like, I don't know, but.
Yo, that's what I said, man. I mean, yo, dudes are voluntary. They picking you as the voluntary, and you got mad demands. I'm like, whoa. NO, Boomerang, talk to me.
Yeah, Ness, bro. See, bro. Yeah, some wild shit going on in the show today, bro. Ness about to get the whole fucking boxing voice tricked down, you dig?
That's on Ness, man. I'm
told you, man. I told you.
Drink my tea in peace.
Stay out of that shit, right? And look,
I'm out of this. I ain't saying nothing about no one. I'm just watching this shit.
He the one talking about his daughter, Pretty Beast.
Yeah, I feel you, shit, but you gonna have to really steal and everybody coming after your ass, man.
Nah, because I'ma be honest. I ain't want no fight. I ain't out here saying I can knock out all females. That's him putting his daughter to fight me. I don't even want to fight. I don't want to fight. He the one talking about I was gonna put my daughter to kick your ass. I'm like, damn.
Look, this was gonna happen, bro. We gonna let her come up in there. She gonna hit you with like a nice little straight little 1-2. You gonna grab and hold her, brother. Somebody threw the towel at you, dude. We gonna leave it like that. Next, you threw that one leg and landed, bro. You gonna get the shoe shut down. I'm telling you, bro. The women too, but they vicious. They vicious, bro. I'm telling you, dude. But say, man, what I want to speak on, yeah, say, bro. I know this dude. No, fresh over getting his ass when he proposed this shit, man. She said, yes, she did. I'm like, man, this shit crazy, like. I ain't never saw no shit like fresh over ass whooping that. That's been the last thing on my mind, like, you think?
Yo, he figured
Ryan's so funny, bro.
He figured they had that shit recorded for free.
I guess he did, man. But I was like, damn, this dude proposing right now. Shit. But yeah, man. Another thing I wanted to speak on, bro, is man, I think Wilder gonna knock Fury out next, bro, and I think we're gonna be waiting like another year and a half for that fight, man. I'm telling you, this shit crazy out here, bro. And you know, one more thing, man, because I wanted to say this the last time I called. I don't know, Mario said I had my boomerang, but I ain't get it. But this is what I wanted to say about Triple G signing with Al Hammond. You know what I think Al Hammond over them, bro? I think he over them those two fights. Then ain't nobody thought about Triple G promotion. And like with all the fighters from where he's from, they'll be able to fight on Fox and Showtime. Just like the same deal Pacquiao got. I think that might be the reason why he kind of waiting and trying to see what he wants to do. Ain't nobody else gonna offer him his own promotional company and all that. But that's my call.
I just want to let everyone know. Appreciate the call first and foremost. Thank you. But if Ness happens to not be here for a long time, me and Mike got spare keys if you out here hurting people in the gym. We would keep the show going.
Let me tell you, Day Green, she beat me up. She's a heavyweight. Like, she's trying to get to Clarissa weight. I mean, she made her debut the other day. I reposted it on the Instagram. Y'all can see who she is. And she lost massive weight from when I sparred her. But she's like a mad, bunch of whatever nationals and all that stuff. So look, I ain't saying like, cause I'm pretty sure Ann Wolf hit hard. Cause I'm telling you, wait till y'all like Clarissa. Wait till y'all see this girl. Wait, she spars Clarissa. She been Clarissa's sparring partner for a long time. Yeah, that's exactly who it is. El Doble. Her name is Sweets. That's her nickname. Damn, that's dope. Yeah,
She hits hard.
nah, she's a puncher, bro. Listen to me, nigga. She hit me in my stomach. I was about to be out of there. But at the end of the day, if it's a real fight, I'm gonna lean on you and I'm gonna wear your little ass out. You a girl, I'm gonna wear you out. I'm gonna put this 260 on your ass and wear you out. All right. Third round, I'm coming on, Mike. Knocking heads off.
Like I said, me and Mike got spare keys to the whip, so we'll keep this car going until Ness comes out and does his probation.
Listen. I'm gonna shut up, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Jay Hardcore.
Please do.
Jay, what up, B?
Yo, what's happening, man? You see that Bama Troy out there trying to get a fight, or I told him he could meet me somewhere. We local. Nigga talking about he want me to give him a call up, man. Yo, we local, baby boy. We can meet up. You know, I've been trying to get some work. You know what I mean? This little Bama nigga gonna put his daughter out to fight somebody, man. I'm kind of messed up about that on the real tip. You know what I mean? I got 3 daughters. The last thing I'm gonna do is put my daughter up against a man. Man,
yeah, but his daughter box. His daughter box.
I don't care. Ain't that nigga your age, man?
Nah, man, I'm lying, man. He gotta be older. If his daughter 29, he gotta be older than me. Troy, how old are you, Troy?
Good though.
Look, he talking about you still. He talking about you still talking shit. He in the chat mad right now.
I'm trying to get some smoke. Boy, I'm telling you, boy. I told that nigga we local. He in Baltimore. I'm in Harford County, nigga. We 30 minutes away. We can get that tonight, nigga.
There ain't no gyms open tonight.
I'm talking about in the street.
Hell no, Jay. Ain't nobody trying to get locked up. This nigga bugging.
It's all good, man. Hey, press the thumbs up, man. Favorite podcast show. This is the best goddamn boxing show around. This is Super Bowl Sunday. We out here getting it in, man. Who else doing this right now? We going up against the Super Bowl right now, and we here. It's Jay Hardcore. I'm out here. Peace.
Jay, man, thanks for calling in as always. Thank you for your patronage. We got one more we got to connect with, and then we going to be up out of here. Troy, man, I love you, man. Stop playing, B. You're going to be my trainer in next Border Wars. Scorsese, talk to me.
Oh, shit. This man don't forget me now. Look, man. Ness, you remember back in the day, Wilder called you, he said, they either want the chance, you either want a shot at the belt or you want the money. You remember that?
I guess. I don't know where you taking me, man. Keep me in context when you trying to re-quote shit.
I'm just here with AJ, like, bro, they either want the belt or they want the Dillian Whyte to look. He don't want to get knocked out again. That's what it is. If you got knocked out like that by a dude, you gonna run up on him again? Let's be honest here. I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. Either I gotta get the strap or I gotta get over it. And in boxing, you can't get the strap. You gotta get over it. So it's like shit. Fury won't do me like that. Maybe Fury will fight me if he be Wilder again. If Wilder hit me, I can tie him up because he only like 215. You know, something like that. I can survive it. He don't want that work no more. I don't blame the man, but what I do blame him for is talking shit like he, you know what I'm saying? I bring the drama to your mama house. Blah, blah, blah. Nah, bro. Nah, you won't get out the ropes on your own volition if it wasn't for them people. You wouldn't even got out the ropes if people didn't help you out. I'm talking about 2 days he would have been stuck in the square circle from that uppercut. He don't want no more. But that's all said and done. Look here. Kovalev. Shout out, man. 5-time light heavyweight champion. 35, 36 years old type shit. Andre Ward on there hating like a motherfucker, talking about he finna get knocked out. I can tell already, man. Shit your ball busting ass down, bro. This man still out here doing his thing while you suiting tied up, avoiding the whole world, talking about I might come back for Usyk. I might come back if my elbow on ass. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Kovalev out here putting that work in, giving the fans what they want. And be a 5-time champion. And he'll smack the shit out of these hoes that get out of line. That's a bad man, boy. Kathy Duval was so happy for her, man. I appreciate it, though. She put him in tough fights, but he should not have to unify with the two young bucks on ESPN. They should fight each other. Coming up next,
man, Bob ain't put him on there for nothing. They got option on that ass.
And then come see him next. That's how the old man got. He should have his
Bruh,
crowd.
they got options on him, bro. Don't forget they signed Elder to a 3-fight deal on top or on ESPN. So it's over, man. You know, they probably trying to keep Kovalev right there. They're gonna do a trilogy.
Yeah, he need to stay there because the lineage over there. But
and where else he gonna go? Who else he gonna fight? He might as well do a trilogy.
No, they ain't doing no trilogy. The later didn't show up. He needs to sit down and go somewhere and get his mind right. He got beat up. Easy work. I picked Kovalev. I knew it was gonna happen, but that's my call though, man.
Scorsese. Peace. So, final thoughts, Michael. Michael, Super Bowl watching. He ain't even answering me because he too busy watching the Super Bowl. Foosball. All right, well, I'm out. They both busy. My name is...
My final thoughts are that Kovalev had a good weekend. Can't wait to see him back in action against one of the top contenders. Also, man, big ups to that man, Patrick Day. Patrick Day out here, baby. Won 300 last night off of Patrick Day, so big ups to him. Y'all tune in Friday, man, for the betting show. Every Friday on Patreon. Great weekend in boxing. Temofimo with that motherfucking left foot, knock the people out. Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. Peace.
And I myself, you didn't give me a chance. You just went to Mike Nestor, knock everyone's daughter out, make a whole bunch of money over there. Congratulations to the new crown champions, Richard Commey. Sergey Kovalev captured his title again. Great performance as well. Temofimo Lopez has proven that he is no longer a prospect, but a contender, and he wants to get to that title shot. And if you want to get extra cheesy on that, don't bet on Ted Cheeseman because he did not show up. Sergio came in there, did his thing as well. We got more drama in the heavyweight division. Sad. But also shout out to DeAndre Ware from Toledo, Ohio. Had to plug that boy in there. But in addition to that, Abner Mares, wish you the best in your return, your surgery, your family, everything like that. And you can find me at Ronji FIQ, and we'll be reporting more videos. Now, Ness, it is your turn.
Man, I'm just listen, let me tell you, I went extra by getting this. Because I could have just did a wire transfer to my account, but I said saying that we won this much and showing is two different things. You know, these Chris New Hunters is sexy too. I ain't seen these in a while because all my money's electronic. I haven't even seen paper money. This don't even feel, this is foreign to me right here. I'm all debit, you know what I'm saying? All electronic, but these new hundreds is sexy. I'm just saying. TBV, we the best. And we up. I'm up 4 big bets. I'm just saying, 4 big fights. Wilder Fury, Rosado Aries, Patrick Day. And what was the other one I just won before the Patrick Day big? It was big last week or the week before last, something. But my money long because I'm still up on them, all right? And I went to clean it up. Oh, that was what I want to say, too. The experience was pretty dope, yo. FanDuel got their own little headquarters in New Jersey. It's right at the Meadowlands where the Giants play. And, dude, that shit was kind of lit. It was like they was selling wings and, hey, people was watching the game, live betting and shit. And you could cash out. So, I went and got the cash. Just the flash. You know what I'm saying? Feel how cash feel again on my Patrick Day bet. You know what I'm saying? Who fighting this week, Ron?
Gervonta Davis's card.
Oh, shit. And what else? Nothing else?
I think that's it.
Dang, we gotta see what's out there, man. See what's next for this week. Where to play at?
I think Alberto Machado in the zone. I think that's this.
Okay. So it might be some plays there. We got to see, but I am your host, Nesta Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Catch us Monday through Friday, 9 a.m., where we talking boxing, 7 o'clock Eastern time, 7 p.m. Eastern time on Thursdays and Sundays. Stay tuned this week. We got a bunch of interviews that we're going to get planned and scheduled ready for you guys. So, yeah, peace. Everybody, okay? Bye.
Yes, sir.